What's going on? It's your dog Art Man, the motherfucking great. And we back with another boxing conversation. The topic on hand is motherfucking Keith Thurman, bro. Keith Thurman. Is he a tune-up or not? Oh shit, I'm getting smoke in my eyes. And I would like to say Keith Thurman is not a motherfucking tune-up. Dudes are tripping, man. I've seen all types of crazy shit on social media today. Talk about this guy right here. Errol Spence, the motherfucking truth. Junior. Look, let's get into that shit. Nah, he's not a tune-up. Of course not. He not a damn tune-up. One loss to Manny Pacquiao, not close loss. Former unified champion. They don't want to call him a tune-up, bro. Like, that's just nuts. You know what I really think it is? It's projection. Because Bud fans know that David Amnesia was trash. So they're trying to say, oh, look, you see Bud had a trash fight, so this is Errol Spence's trash fight. Nah, nigga. Hell no. It's like we predicted. Bud's going to fight a bum, and Errol Spence is going to fight a better fucking opponent. It's that fucking simple. Like, man, like, I don't see how you guys don't fucking see it, man. So how a former champion with only one loss to tune-up? You tell me, man. That shit's nuts. Matter of fact, let's go hear what people are saying live on the air, because that shit's nuts. One second. Okay, shit. Yeah, man. That shit's nuts because it's like y'all knew Errol Spence's fight. Y'all knew you was gonna fight Keith Thurman, bro. Hold on, let me let everybody know we not. It said Thurman isn't a tune-up. Of course not. He not a fucking tune-up. But people are saying online, like a guy, his name is Two Tone. Two Tone. He's a big guy with a fucking Beijing mustache beard, and he's all on Twitter saying David Avenetian is greater than Thurman. Errol Spence is nasty. I don't know what he's trying to say by that, but I just got to stop it at David Avenetian is greater than Errol Spence Jr. Man, and that's not the only thing that people are saying. Let me go on my timeline. That shit's nuts. That shit is real nuts because David Avenetian is fucking garbage. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. He's garbage. Anyways, so people on my timeline saying things like, "Oh, Thurman is washed because he's inactive." Oh, how can Errol Spence fight him? And da 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 da. And I'm like, you guys knew it. You guys knew it. Stop playing games. So people acting like they surprised, like, oh my god, I can't believe Errol Spence is fighting Keith Thurman. The fuck out of here. Says salute. Thurman is a tune-up, but Avenesian ain't nowhere near Thurman. Psh, the fuck out of here. He ain't no damn tune-up, my guy. You know why I say he's not a tune-up? Because the motherfucker only has one loss, bro. What are you talking about? This guy was the unified champion. He beat arguably the best person on Errol Spence and Bud's resume fucking in his prime, dude. And I'm talking about Sean Porter. Not only did he beat Sean Porter, this nigga beat Danny Garcia back to back. Back to back. Top 3 fucking welterweights at the time. Back to fucking back. only loss is a loss to Manny Pacquiao coming off a long ass fucking layoff and an injury, bro. And it was a close fight. It is not like he went in there and got his ass fucking Hector Garcia out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he went in there and had a fucking a motherfucking J Rock Hurd performance. Like, nah, hell nah, bro. That shit was competitive, and a lot of people actually felt like Keith Thurman even won that fight. They only agree with Manny Pacquiao winning the fight because Manny Pacquiao's age and the fact that he's a star and he knocked him down in the first round. Other than that, that fight was very, very competitive, my guy. And now Keith Thurman, like my guy D High broke it down on Twitter specifically, perfectly. I meant. He said, check this out. No major accidents or injuries, no weight issues at 147, no wars, fewer training camps. Thurman is a fresher fighter, not a fucking tune-up. In fact, some say he might be fresher than Errol Spence because he's not getting in car accidents and he's not putting himself in a situation where he just fought a fucking tough-ass fight. The guy's fresh. And those who've been following Keith Thurman right now, go on the Instagram page. Go to posts from fucking 3-4 months ago. The guy's already looking like he's at 154 because the man's been in shape. I'm a fan of Keith Thurman, and I've been watching this guy. Yes, do I believe he ducked Errol Spence at a time? Yes, I honestly believe he ducked Errol Spence at a time. But in life, life goes the fuck on. And here we are today in the present, and Keith Thurman only has one defeat to Manny Pacquiao, and he's ready to fight. I love the fact that it's actually at 154 too, because neither fighter has to drain himself to make 147. Errol Spence is the dog, the main dog. So I don't even know why you guys are even wondering what the fuck Bud is going to do, because in reality, what Errol Spence is doing, Bud is going to have to follow. Errol Spence moves up to 154. You want to fight with Errol Spence? Take your ass up to 154 or meet at a catch weight. Let's keep it 100, man. Bud had his opportunity to fight Errol Spence, and he pulled out of negotiations to fight a guy named David Avanesian. Keep it 1,000. He ducked the fuck out of Spence. Said this was the fight that we wanted before the Bud fight. Exactly. Exactly. And these guys trying to make it seem like these motherfuckers, Keith Thurman just some washed ass nigga that he's out here getting slept and knocked out and outclassed. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 1,000. Said Bud gonna fight Cody Crowley. Yeah, man. You know, to be honest, I don't give a fuck who the fuck Bud fight, nigga. I already know it's not gonna be better than Keith Thurman. I mean, can we keep it 100, man? Can we keep it 100, man? He's not gonna fight anybody of that caliber. And what's so crazy is how Bud fans are shitting on Keith Thurman, but they was like, oh man, if Bud fight sign with PPC, he need to go ahead and fight Thurman first and then go ahead and fight Errol Spence. Like, how y'all gonna say? I just don't understand it. Like, bro, Keith Thurman is a better fighter. If he used to fight Bud tomorrow, that would be the best fighter on Bud's resume. Let's keep it 1,000, man. You guys are so fucking funny, dude. Said salute art, man. Said Thurman coming in the ring rusty. How's he coming into the ring rusty? What are you talking about? The last time he fought was a couple months prior to Errol Spence. Dude, he fought last year. Errol Spence fought one time last year. Thurman fought one time last year. So they both gonna be rusty if you using that logic, right? And before that, how long did it take the Errol Spence to fight Hugas before that? So what are we talking about here, bro? Hold on, give me a second, y'all. I'm about to back out of back, man, real quick. But yeah, man, like I'm saying, dude, like, can we stop playing games? If Keith Thurman is rusty, Errol Spence is rusty. Therefore, that shit's gonna be a great fucking fight because they're both gonna get that ring rust off on each other, man. Seriously, dude. And I like both of their fights, their last fights. Errol Spence versus Ugis and Keith Thurman versus what's his name? Barrios. Those were not bad fights. Those wasn't bad fights at all. Hold on. These people talking about exactly like my dude. I can't wait till my brother D Hop get in here because, like he said, man, those who support Blood versus Avanesian need to shut the hell up. Honestly,
Yo, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear.
All right, what's up?
Shit, we just chopping it up, man, about this Keith Thurman situation.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everyone was talking about it. Everyone, this is the consolation prize, I guess. I mean, do I think, am I like super excited about the fight? Not really, because I don't really care about Keith Thurman. But it's 10 times better than fucking apple cider vinegar. That's for sure. Didn't like nobody give a fuck about that. And you know what's funny? I had an interesting revelation today. I was like, Bud fans don't actually buy his pay per views or support him financially. They don't feed Bud. That's why they always want promoters to. You ever notice that? Like, that's why the conversation is always about his money because they personally don't want to give Bud their money. I mean, not only is it because they don't have any fucking money because most of them are bums, but they don't want to give Bud their money, so they're always asking a business to lose money feeding him because they don't want to feed him themselves because they know he's a bum. He's a bum. He's a coward. He doesn't give them any fights that they actually want. So they're smart enough to not give him the little money that they have, but they want the money to come from somewhere. But I mean, yeah, it is far better than apple cider vinegar. The 154 shit, I guess that's just a spit in Keith's face because he doesn't want him getting a shot at the belts, which is fair. But you could just not fight him. Could just not fight him. But whatever, it's a bag. Heyman and them been pushing that shit. They moved him up in the WBC rankings off punk ass Barrios for this reason. So whatever, let's get Keith in here, get his ass whooped, and let's move on. Personally, I think Spence gonna waste his time. Bud's not gonna sign. Nothing's gonna be different. He's just gonna cloud chase and then fight either probably the winner of Red Cash versus Broner or some other fucking random person that we don't really care about. So it's whatever.
Bud versus AB. Or no,
Yeah.
man, look, hold on. You know these nuts. I can see something like this playing out. What if Ivan fuck around and stop AB,
That could happen because
and then
Adrian Broner doesn't look good. He
and then
doesn't
they
look.
try to set up Ivan versus Bud, and they say Ivan is the man the first person to stop AB, so that gives him some credit if
I,
Bud fights him.
I mean, dude, AB is such a goddamn loser. He the type of nigga to pay, they get paid to take a dive. He don't care about boxing. They can say AB, we'll give you fucking 5 million to fight this motherfucker, and then five extra to take a dive so we can set up Bud versus fucking Bud versus Red Cat. But honestly, AB versus Bud is much more profitable. People actually show up because people want to see Adrian Broner. So I don't think they pull the Red Cat bullshit because Red Cat is just expendable. He has no fan base. Nobody likes him, and he bitched up with Regis. He fucking faked getting hit low so he wouldn't have to get knocked out. Yeah, nobody likes Red Cat. Yeah, but nah, it's all a bunch of bullshit. This is all Bud's fault, and it's funny because these dudes that sit around and ride Bud Dick, they keep talking about PBC's master plan, and I'm like, Bud had the ultimate opportunity to upset the apple cart. He chose not to. He chose not to.
Bro, if Bud was really the fighter that they claim he would have ran through Spence and then ran through Charlo in that PPC deal.
He'd basically be doing what Devin Haney did, saying "fuck it, I'm the best," and going over and proving it. But no, he's a coward. He's a coward, just like Adrian Broner's a coward. And people keep talking about, oh man, you just don't understand. You would take the money too. I'm like, yeah, if I was afraid that I'd get my ass beat, yeah, I'd go with the lower risk, high paycheck. But if I know I'm better than someone and I know that the paydays afterwards are going to be
And
quadruple.
that's the thing, like they be trying to reason with us, like, wouldn't you just do it? Like, yeah, I would do it if I wasn't trying to fight these niggas.
Right. It's like people keep thinking that we're being insulting. It's perfectly fine to say you're scared to fight another human because you could die. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why these dudes make it seem like, oh, you're insulting. You wouldn't say that to his face. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is combat sports. It's okay to say I'm afraid to die in the ring, or I'm afraid to be so injured I can't fight anymore. Those are perfectly rational thoughts. I don't understand why these dudes they're on some like beating their chest. Ain't no bitches out here, bro. You ain't gonna impress nobody with that weak shit. Oh hell yeah, I would fight you, but it would be so easy, and the money got to be. You're scared to get beat up on a discount, so you're gonna take the higher reward, lower risk. That's fine. That's been the case in boxing since ever. Stop acting like some hoes and admit it. Can't fucking take any accountability. Yeah, we see Shakur's new opponent. I made a list back in December of actual opponents that he could fight, and that dude's name was on it. So I'm not shocked. Call out a bunch of other dudes that aren't on top rank when you
Oh
know they.
yeah, D Hive, I ain't gonna lie. I post that your tweet, man, and that's just getting people are
Yeah,
pissed off. They like,
yeah,
what the fuck, man? Can you just give him some time? He's 10 years younger than Bud, man.
yeah, man. Dudes are fucking talking shit, and I'm like, bro, they played. Bud is not some fucking super genius businessman. They've been doing this for years. It's the same play over and over and over again. But you dudes are groupies. You dudes are groupies. You sit around and suck dick and get attached to personalities as opposed to paying attention to the politics. It's very fucking simple. Call out a bunch of people that either just lost or a bunch of people that are clearly on other networks to where you're not going to fight, and then fight some random dude that's actually on top rank.
You
And
know,
here's,
some people are telling me.
oh,
People are telling me, oh, Art man, the reason why you give Shakur so much slate, or is because he's half Puerto Rican. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? What are y'all talking about, man?
yeah, nobody knew that until Shakur told us.
Until he said it, and it's not like we stopped supporting him. Of course, we want to see the man do good. Of course,
Yeah, no one gives a shit.
I want to see that man do good. What the fuck? I,
My and my thing. Oh, sorry.
I want to see these fights, bro. I'm not one of these guys that's like, oh man, I'm riding with this guy just because. Nah, I'm riding with him because I think this guy's the most proven. But I really want to see him fight the other guy.
Also, Jerome Pruitt, Jermaine Ortiz performed too well against Lomachenko. High risk. I don't care what nobody says. Jermaine Ortiz did too good of a job against Lomachenko, and they were like, "She okay." And Jerome Pruitt, you can say he's being ducked, but look at the people he asked. William Zepeda, who's on the zone. Cambosis, who's coming off two back-to-back ass whoopings. Isaac Cruz, that's on PBC. And that brings me up to another point. Do the sides of the street actually matter? Because if sides of the street matter, then nobody's ducking Shakur. It's the sides of the street, right? But then when it comes to Devin Haney fighting Tank, all of a sudden the sides of the street matter. He signed with Top Rank. Make up your fucking mind. This is what I be talking about.
Y'all seen what Ramirez said?
Jose?
Yep. Jose Ramirez said he not really trying to fuck with Prograde because the size of the streets pro Bellum and all that shit.
Right. And he's a liar. He's a liar. First he said it's because the money wasn't right. Now all of a sudden the size of the street, he remembered he could use that excuse. This is what I be talking
Bro,
about.
now all of a sudden nobody wants to do business with Pro Bellum and MTK and all that shit now. Well, what's up with that shit? That I could swear you fought Josh Taylor, right?
Probellum doesn't exist anymore. You're dealing with Schaefer directly, and Schaefer has a good relationship with PBC. But this is the shit I be talking about. Just like Stan Jonas is still fighting, and he's with Probellum. He's going over to the zone. Like this is what I be talking about. You dudes just parrot whatever the fuck you hear because you don't want certain fights being made, doing all these mental gymnastics. Just say you don't want to see certain fights and move the fuck on. I don't understand who you're being brave for. Like this shit doesn't make any sense. And the niggas keep talking about, oh, why aren't the best fighting? It's because you bitches kill fights in the court of public opinion. You guys keep doing all this bullshit, and then when you have a fighter who has done nothing and you big them up as the best, what incentive do they have to fight the best when you're already saying they are the best? We're not gonna get these fights because you got groupies in here supporting not getting them. And then you guys keep flipping back and forth on the sides of the street. Bullshit. Is it real or is it not? You gotta make up your fucking mind. You can't say, "Oh, the sides of the street don't matter for Shakur, but the sides of the street do matter for Haney." That doesn't make any fucking sense. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Nigga, fuck that side of the street bullshit, man. If y'all want to fight, y'all niggas can fight.
Thank you. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. And like I said, Shakur called out people that are fucking occupied, just coming off ass whoopings, or clearly on a, like William Zepeda. Where the fuck do you even get that from? William Zepeda isn't even up there in the rankings like that. Cambosis off 2 consecutive back-to-back ass whoopings. You want to put him in there with Shakur? Okay, yeah, sure, that makes sense. Isaac Cruz just fought Tank, which is like, come on, bro. Like, just be realistic. And then I named all the realistic people that he could fight. People talk shit about it, but of course, one of the people on that list was this Japanese dude, and boop, there you go, he's fighting him. Japanese dude just looks good, just good enough. He has a common opponent in Loma, who that's a good marketing tool. He looks slow. I mean, no, not Loma, but Nakatani. Loma knocked this motherfucker out. Loma already knocked this other Japanese dude out, this Nakatani guy. So he has a common opponent with Loma and Nakatani. He got a good stoppage, so they could say he has a bunch of power, but he didn't look good. He looks slow. He looks vulnerable. Someone Shakur could dance around. As opposed to Jermaine Ortiz, who motherfuckers say he might have fucked around and beat Loma. You see how it worked? So,
Them top rig matchmakers know what they doing, my guy. But not saying that Shakur can't beat none of these dudes. But I'm just saying, like, it was predictable.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be anybody good. That's why
It
whenever
should have been Ortiz. I'm just not understanding why it's not Ortiz.
Ortiz is from the East Coast, easy to make, could have been a fight in fucking New Jersey. Like I said, Ortiz looked too good against Loma. He looked too good. They don't want to show any vulnerabilities in Shakur yet, because especially since the Nakatila situation when he admitted on camera, Nakatila's power had him worried. They don't want any. They're marketing him perfectly. They don't want any slip ups now. Cozy, you know why Shakur can't fight Raymond Murataya? Because he might fuck around and look bad. Zepeda's number 4 or 5. Where Shakur's number 2 in the WBO, which is interesting. Shakur has not even had a fight at 135. He's already number 2 behind Loma for the WBO. Huh? Weird. Crazy how that works. And now with this Yoshino guy, he's fighting in a title eliminator to be the WBC mandatory. Crazy. Not even one fight at 135. He's already about to be number 1 in 2 sanctioning bodies. That's nuts. But yeah, Cozy, you know why he can't fight Raymond Murataya, because Raymond Murataya fuck around and do something. The mystique will be gone.
And that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. We say a lot of shit about these fighters, but they get themselves into situations where they get questioned after. So I feel like we should just hold off on saying this guy is this guy is that, until we see them get battle tested. Because it's so crazy. Because I've seen people who big up Boots say he's the future. He can knock out Spence Crawford right now. As soon as he has a 12-round decision fight, it's that nigga. He gonna get washed by Spence. Wow.
Shit, I ain't going nowhere. I still believe he beats both. I didn't say he knocks both out. I said he knocked Crawford out. He knocked Crawford the fuck out. But I don't believe that he knocked Spence out. But I believe he decisioned him, probably MD.
My dude, Coach Rito, what's going on, gang?
Bro, what's the word, Art? What's the word, D-Hive, man? Listen, D-Hive, Art, y'all been preaching, man. I'm going to just tell you that. First off, 100%, I don't understand the Raymond Murataya thing. He's on the same side of the street, bro. Like, you ain't say his name once, but he's talking about everybody else. And the Asian, no disrespect to this dude, Yoshini, whatever his name is, I knew he was fighting him for like a month now. This was all the top rank thing. You know how they do, smoke and mirrors. make it look like everybody ducking Shakur, and then so that way they could sneak in this little title eliminator thing. That's weak. Um, Boots. Let's be clear. People who are saying like he got exposed, quote unquote, 12-0, just have set it up. Call out your favorite fighter to fight him. And this is coming from a guy who's a Spence fan. I still think that Spence fight is 50-50. I think I'd favor Boots slightly because styles make fights. But I'm not a person who's gonna be like, yo, he was exposed. Third, and more importantly, the last thing that we was talking about with Tank and Dev. Again, I'm more of a Tank than a Dev fan. I'm a fan of both, but I'm more of a Tank fan. But I am one of the Tank fans. See, I'm a fan. I want my favorite fighters to fight the best. So I want Tank to get and make that fight with Devin Haney. Okay, that's what I want. I want him to make the fight so I can see the fight because I think Tank is going to win that fight. It's also a 50-50 fight to me, but that's how I operate as a fan. I don't operate as a fan trying to protect these guys. Yo, in order to be the best and get glory, you got to go ahead and make your own story, and that's by fighting the best, bro. So that's just how I feel, bro.
Nah, Cozy. But did you see Tank's braids? Did you see all the rappers that showed up? He don't need to fight Devin. He making banking. You see the bitches I gotta deal with, Cozy? That's because you're a fan and not a groupie. You don't want to get this man's name tattooed on your ass. You want to see him do his job. These motherfuckers are so
That's
fucking
what I'm
weird.
saying.
Even like I've been supporting Spence and Cooking Bud for months now, and in the moment I mentioned Boots' name was Spence, all of a sudden I got niggas that I was cool with in here crying, talking shit, calling me names. I'm like, bro, Spence ain't gonna bail you out of jail, my nigga. You've never met him before. He wouldn't fucking stop his
Word.
he wouldn't stop his Rolls Royce to spit on your dumb ass if you were on fire. Move on. You're never gonna meet him. He's never gonna acknowledge you. You're not gonna get a fucking signed jersey. He gonna be a nigga with money, and you're gonna be you. That's it. Like I really the shit baffles me.
Bro, people are man fans. You are 100,000% right. But more importantly, it's like, yo, you a fan of the sport of boxing. You don't want to see great fights. I don't understand that at all. So this is what I'm gonna say about the Spence and Keith fight, real quick. Is it the best fight out there for him? No. I would rather see him fight Boots. I would rather see him fight Bud, but we know Bud not want to fight nobody. But I would rather see him fight Virgil or Stan Jonas. Boom. But is it a bad fight? Is it an Avatar fight? No. No way. It's not an amnesia fight. And as far listen, let me just break this down to you. This is my theory on this because I've been thinking about it. This is what I think. Al Heyman wanted the Keith fight for a long time. Earl did not. Earl wants to fight Bud. Al does not want to do any business with Bud. This is a tit-for-tat compromise. You know what I'm saying? Quid pro quo. All right? You scratch my back, I scratch yours. You fight Keith. You can go ahead and try to renegotiate with Bud one more time. I'll allow it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm going to support you in that. Earl's like, I bet. I hate Keith. I'm not giving him a chance at the belts. You feel me? Because he never gave me my chance. So it's going to be at 154. So if he goes back, because he'll have 2 months after this fight to renegotiate with Bud. Mm-hmm. If that fails, Earl has already started his campaign at 154, so he's just going to drop the belts and move up to 154 completely. Yeah. If not, he can go back down for his one last fight, get all the belts, and drop them. So that's why I'm okay with this, because I think this is signaling to me he has at most one more fight at 147, and that's it. And I'm fine with that, because at least Keith is a decent fighter. He ain't no bum.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, what's important is once Errol Spence clears Keith, he basically cleared out welterweight. That's pretty much it. Bud is a bitch. Yes. He's accomplished nothing, and he either has to fight the young killers or Spence leftovers. So Bud is effectively basically tarnished his own legacy by doing this fuck shit. Because after Thurman, there's nobody left but the coward that he tried to fight.
Y'all niggas don't get it. He just trying to feed his family.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro. This nigga has made tens of millions of dollars doing absolutely nothing, and people talking about feeding their family. Nigga, that shit makes me so fucking sick, bro. Like, what is the matter with you people? These people have no frame of reference for how much this motherfucker makes. First they say, Bud been making plenty of money, guaranteed money. Then when it comes to Spence, he gotta feed his family, man. He only got $17.95 in the bank. You know, like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck concerning?
These niggas act like he's family,
bro. Like all these weird ass dudes. I never understand it. Y'all say everything to Bud, but fight Errol Spence Jr. Y'all say everything but fight Errol Spence Jr.
And you know what? You know what the worst part about it is too? Those same people will say like, "Oh, he got to feed his family." Will be like, "Bud's the number one highest paid welterweight in the division. You see his
Exactly.
purse? He got 7 million." But it's like, bro, pick a side. Either this dude is broke and needs the bread, or he's the highest paid. So it's time to go ahead and try to create this legacy that you quote unquote so need. Okay, so if you think Spencer's holding up the division, why didn't Bud just sign with PBC in 2018 and avoid all this? Like, I don't understand these people, man. I really don't. The
Or
outrage for Earl today over Bud is insane to me.
right. Or what he could have done if he really wanted to prove himself a boogeyman, as opposed to giving Jose Benavidez a contract to fight him on Top Rank, give Errol Spence that same contract for a unification and let him turn it down. That would have solidified the boogeyman legacy for sure. But he didn't want to do that because he was worried that after the Brook fight, Spence might fuck around, come over there and snatch that shit. Because when people say, "Oh, Spence is a Heyman fighter, he can't go anywhere," wrong. How do you think he got a championship? He went over to the UK and fought Brook. After they saw that at Top Rank, they was like, "Oh shit, this nigga's real." Okay, hold on. Maybe we should calm down some and work on some of these bums first. And then that's what they do, and they're doing it with Shakur. They're doing it with Shakur right now. They're like, okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, let's call out all these people, and then we'll set you up with this motherfucker. Let's talk about your shit to Errol Spence while you fight Jose Benavidez Jr. Like, come on, nigga. And then at the same time, then you want to say that PBC is the witness protection promotional company when you fought 5 PBC fighters not named Errol Spence. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. I'm tired. I'm grown. Maybe niggas that are stupider than you, bud, you can lie to. But motherfuckers with real life experience, we all know niggas like you, and we can't stand you. The only reason we don't stomp you the fuck out is because you're probably our uncle or some shit. But we can't stand you. Every time you come around, we put the purses away, nigga. You're so irritating, and you're such a fucking coward.
Look, and you know what's so crazy, bro? It's like when you say stuff like that, of course people gonna say, "Oh, how can you say that? You're never a fighter. You never stepped in the shoes of a fighter." But it's like, man, keep it 1,000, man. But it's somebody that we respected, and he fucking flipped on us.
He lied to you.
What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and be like, "Well,
spitting our face."
Nah, I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Terrence Crawford didn't flip. He lied
It's
to
not
you.
like it's not like he finessed some fucking crazy ass white dude or some shit. He finessed another brother like this, bro. And y'all expect us to be like, "Oh, well, he black too, so we should support that shit." Nah, fuck that.
Then tried to throw dirt on his name too. You don't forget it. He tried to throw dirt on him and Al Heyman's name. And on top of that, let me just tell y'all the difference between Top Rank and PBC, because I know people like, "Oh, y'all gang banging networks." No. I just go with the network that historically is giving me better fights. Frank Martin and Michelle Rivera, 2 prospects, got in there, lined it up, boom, put it on the line. Frank Martin moves up. Top Rank never does that. Let me let y'all in on something too, because I got a few sources and stuff like that. There's been talks for Chris Colbert versus El Rayo next, and Pitbull Cruz versus Edwin De Los Santos. Okay, that's what PBC does. PBC lines up their prospects. Yes, PBC lines up their prospects. Top Rank, you don't hear nothing about Mason Abdullah versus Keyshawn or Raymond Muratai. His name never gets brought up. I'm tired of it.
No, yeah, and then but niggas will call you crazy that we gotta build them. We gotta build them. I'm like, y'all gonna be doing so much marinating that the soup gonna get soggy, and every mega fight gonna end up like Khan versus Brook. Niggas gonna be 38 years old, got their ass whooped 4 times a piece, and just need a retirement check. Ain't nobody trying to pay for that bullshit. The only reason why it's sold in the UK is because they don't have shit else. Who they got? Tyson Fury, Joe Cordina, and Joyce. That's all, and maybe AJ. That's all they got. They ain't got shit else. So Khan versus Brook, their panties was soaking wet over that bullshit. Ain't nobody watching that shit, bro.
I ain't even watch that shit.
Phils. Hey, everybody, make sure y'all hit up artmanapparel.com to get fire merch right here for this shit.
No, Jerome. I know that Isaac Cruz ducked Shakur, but look, he lost to Tank. He beat up fucking Eduardo Ramirez, and he's at PBC. Come on, but the narrative is that the size of the street matter. That's the leading narrative. So Cruz gets that excuse. Until people acknowledge that the size of the street is officially bullshit, you can't outright say fucking Pitbull duck, can you? That's what it is.
Word. And I'm one of the people too. Let's be clear about this with the Tank thing. It's not about the size of the street. Tank is going for the money. I see it. I get it. But I'm an open fan, and I'm going to tell you, he's going for the bread, bro.
No, he's not, bro.
He's not going for the legacy.
Listen.
He can make more money with Haney,
let me tell you
is
something.
insane to me, too.
All right. Tank and Canelo is in the same exact situation. These niggas fight whoever they want to fight. You get me? If Tank fought for the money, do you think Tank makes more money off of a Devin Haney fight or a Hector Cruz fight?
Definitely Devin Haney.
Oh, Devin Haney for
Okay.
sure.
Do he make more money off of a Devin Haney fight or a who he fight before or Rolly Romero fight?
Haney.
Okay. So is he fighting for the money or is he
Haney,
simply
100%.
fighting who he want to fight?
I think he's. I think
Let's
he's.
be clear about one thing. Let me just clarify my point real quick. My position when I say that, I'm talking about Ryan Garcia specifically. This whole thing within the blueprint theory of a black fighter fighting a Hispanic. That's what I think. That's what's been fed to him, and that's why I'd say he's fighting for the money. But you're absolutely right on all your points, by the way.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia. If we being real, even with Ryan Garcia, I feel like in my mind, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are on par as far as like boxing fandom and like selling actual tickets to the fights and selling because people forget that Ryan Garcia has had a pay-per-view. Luke Campbell was fucking pay-per-view. It did so poorly, people forgot that shit was fucking pay-per-view.
I agree with you, but this is the reason why I say this. Okay. Devin Haney, do not get me wrong when I say, by the way, this is not a shot at Devin Haney,
No, I get
what
you.
I'm about to say. He went to Australia overseas, and they did very well in Australia. But when they're talking about the Tank Ryan fight, they're talking about domestically, meaning the United States of America. Devin Haney is not proven in this market yet in the same way Ryan is, just because Ryan's last fight, I think, did 1.2 million at the live gate, and the one before did 1.
And the only reason
Devin Haney has yet to do that domestically.
You can't compare because you don't
Domestically,
have
that's-
Devin
but
Haney's
listen-
numbers though. You don't because he was fighting
But
on the
that's the
zone.
point.
He was fighting on the zone.
That's my again. That's my point. That's why I say he's not proven, because we have no numbers to show it yet because of his DAZN affiliation and the history there. So that's what they're looking at when they're talking about business. That's
Lomachenko
not me
can't sell
saying-
jack shit, and they be bigging up
I
that.
agree with
motherfucker.
that. I agree with that. And I think, by the way, because they're talking about putting Loma and Dev in Saudi Arabia. No. Don't put them in the Middle East, bro. Bring them over here so that way Devin Haney has a good showing here, because I think he will with Lomachenko. If they put it in New York, I think it will gross over 1 million at the live gate, and then he'll have the proven data to take that away from them. So that way you can just put them more and more of a corner, like, go fight me. That's what I think it is. That's the only thing.
Honestly, they really just need to release his numbers from the first Kambosos fight, because I noticed that they were really hush-hush about that. There were no live gate quotes. There were no attendance quotes. The only attendance quotes we got was 41,000 people. So it's like, then say the live gate. The live gate was probably retarded in American dollars. That's why they don't want to say it. And also, another thing is to the Saudi Arabian point, I honestly think that's the Haney's idea, because Haney was over there with DAZN, and he probably overheard some things or discussed some things regarding all that Saudi Arabian money Hearn was back there getting with AJ and Usyk. So I'm pretty sure that's the Haney's idea to make up for some of the bread they done lost fucking around with Kambosos, which I can't even blame him, to be honest.
Well,
yeah. My fault, go ahead.
Yeah, I get that, but damn, then they ain't gonna have to goddamn fuck with Eddie Hearn though. You feel me? Like, you know,
I don't like it either, but that's just what
I don't
they're
think
doing.
because I don't think Bob. All right, if we map out, if we was like to map out Devin Haney's career, right, as far as like the next like 4 years, you know what I'm saying? We all agree that he's gonna go to 140, right? You know,
Right.
Yeah.
Like, when he get to 140, like, do you think he goes with Eddie Hearn or do you think he stays with Bob Arum?
I think he stays free and sees whoever wants him. Like he's
Bob
think he
Arum. The fights is at the fights is with
Go
Bob
to a
Arum
fight
at
by
140.
fight deal with Top Rank.
well,
That's me personally. So yeah,
well, it
140,
depends.
it'd be better for him fight by fight with Top
It
Rank.
depends because Tank is at PBC, which that may or may not happen. But Alberto Puello is a champion at 140 at PBC. Regis Prograis got a belt, and he has a better relationship with Showtime than he does with Top Rank. And Josh Taylor ain't gonna want to fight him. Tiafimo has openly said he doesn't want to fight Devin Haney. Subro Matias is about to clip Ponce, and he's with PBC. So I mean, as far as
But D-Hov, let me ask you this. He's talking about mapping out a plan for Devin Haney. Think about this as a manager. Would you rather have Devin Haney do this, fight Teofimo at 140, Josh Taylor at 140, and Jose Ramirez at 140? Or would you rather have him fight Matias, Puello, and Gary Antoine? Me personally, I'd rather the former.
Well, yeah, if I'm a manager, yeah, you can clear those bitch ass
At top
motherfuckers.
rank, right? He'll
Yeah.
get more recognition. You know what I'm saying? Like so Devin, I like the position Devin in as far as like I like the position Devin and Tank in because Tank and Devin, they both can like aim their careers where they literally want to go. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is people got to fight Dev. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't get the top names to get in the ring and actually fight Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, for him not selling, even though I've never seen other niggas they fight and sell nothing. You
I
know what
can't
I'm saying?
stand that. I can't stand that. They act like Rolly Romero and Isaac Cruz has such massive pay-per-view histories. Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah,
Like, honestly, like if y'all are okay, if y'all personally do not want to see Haney versus Tank, that's cool. You can have preferences as a fan. Just say it. Just say it.
Yeah.
Stop making excuses as to why Ryan Garcia is a better fucking fight. He's accomplished nothing. Almost got smoked. Like I said, Luke Campbell that doesn't get COVID stops Ryan Garcia. Let's keep it 100. He finishes him off. So like it's a bunch of goddamn bullshit, And nobody's talking about what Shakur is doing because Shakur's already goated. No one cares what Shakur does because he's automatically the best. He automatically smokes everybody.
That's what pisses me off.
Right.
That talk right there. Look, the
Shakur's pound for
talk,
pound number one and easily outboxes everybody that ever lived.
The
Like what
Shakur
the
talk
fuck?
and the Boots talk both gets me equally riled up, bro. I'm like,
Listen, let me tell you something.
I like both of the. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. I interrupt you.
No, I was gonna say some shit that motherfucker probably get motherfuckers fans pissed off. So
say it.
Do it, yeah.
I just feel like you should have to fight somebody in order to be crowned anything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at least fight a champion to be the future. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen these futures come and go. You know what I'm saying? We seen the Eurokis Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? He didn't pan out. And according to fans, Adrian Broner ain't pan out. We've seen these futures. And then when they get in the ring,
I hear what you're saying,
with
but
dudes like Karen, my nigga don't even have the know-how to even remotely cut the ring off. But he the future,
come
though.
on, man. Okay, well,
That happens. It's okay.
Since he sucks so bad,
I didn't
just
say he
line him
suck.
up
Whoa.
with these guys that you
He
think
don't
are
suck.
gonna beat him. No, I'm just saying since he's not okay. Let me rephrase it. Since he's not the future, just go ahead and line him up with these people that's gonna beat him that he can't handle, so that way we can figure it out.
The only niggas he can't beat is he's only two of motherfuckers he can't beat.
But I want to ask a question. Does that performance?
How do we know that?
Does that performance really warrant him being denied opportunities?
No.
Because that's the
If
logic
anything,
people are
that should give
saying.
him more opportunities.
That's what I'm trying to say. Now people are saying, now people are basically saying he gets washed so bad it's pointless to make the fights. It's like
that's
what
so
the
stupid.
fuck?
That's just stupid.
It's
That's
like
not
whoa,
even real.
hold on, right?
Nah, look, I think this is what it did for me. All right, because I believed in Boots. You know what I'm saying? I still believe in Boots right now. I still think that he's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? But I think he need to fight a fighter in order for me to like dub him a fighter. He not the best. He not the S tier class fighters like fucking Crawford and Spence. That's all I'm simply saying.
Well, who is Crawford fought to proving that he's an S tier?
Well, I gotta say Crawford because they crowned him. You feel me?
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay. All right. We doing that?
Because here's my thing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, my fault.
No, after you.
Oh, I was just gonna say, my thing with Boots is, all right. I understand that people want to say nobody wants to fight him, and that's very true to a certain extent. But also, listen, I do my research. He's still with Cameron Duncan, man. As a matter of fact, he signed an extension, bro.
Wait, are you serious? I thought they sued to get out of that.
I'm so serious. No. He's still with Cameron Duncan. That's a problem. Cameron Duncan, okay, so he signed an extension and they increased his purse. for every fight. So he's making like almost like a million some change every fight. The problem is they're not paying their opponents nothing. So nobody's gonna go in there with him if they're getting paid very little, and he's getting the majority of the profits. You know what I'm saying?
I thought he
It's
got the
low,
fuck
it's high
away
risk,
from
low
him.
reward.
God damn it.
No, he didn't. That's what I said. I said if he had got away from Cameron Duncan and at least just been exclusive with Showtime, that would have been a better situation. But the situation he's in now doesn't help him.
They literally,
I don't know why they did.
They literally went to court in April to sue for bad contract language, and then they re-signed.
They re-signed an extension. That's what, bro. That's what I was told. It's annoying me. It's annoying me, bro.
Well,
because we're gonna still keep getting these guys now.
Let me see. Let me be the
bitch.
What is it? Devil's advocate here. You know, maybe they're looking at the trajectory of his career. You know,
ain't gonna be no trajectory. He signed with punk ass Duncan. Dude, that dude got to get the fuck out of here. They just sued him. They literally were in April. I actually read it wasn't an indictment because it was civil court, but I actually read some of the briefs. They were talking about. I mean, the language was talking about a potential breach of contract over unpaid monies and management discrepancies and shit like that. So I thought it was done. So they re-signed with this motherfucker, man.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Listen, let me put out a little disclaimer. This is what I've been told by people in the know. Because I asked around, because I'm like, yo, why is the? And they said, no, he's still with Cameron Duncan. Because I remember you had told me that the last time, D-Hive, you said he sued him to get out. But they said he re-signed. They re-up with him. Oh, my God.
This explains a lot.
It's been, listen, man, they're saying, this is rumors.
He'd be better off signing with fucking DeBella, to be honest.
Yes, this is a disclaimer. They've been offering $150,000. You know, at most about 200 for opponents. And at this point in his career, with the guys that you want to get in the ring, Stan Jonas, Virgil, bro, let's just be real. They're not going to take that money.
So you telling me Lipiness?
You know Cameron Duncan's cheap.
So you telling me Lipiness went in there and got his ass rearranged for less than $250,000?
Listen, I don't know about those specific numbers, but that's what they've been telling me.
Oh my God, that's terrible. That's terrible. No wonder he got.
That's why they should have gave Keith Thurman that fucking. I'm telling you, they should have gave Keith Thurman fucking.
That thing was crazy. He was asking for like $10 million. Yeah.
Is he crazy? Okay.
Yes. Okay. $10 million.
Think about it. No,
$10 million is insane.
Let's think about it. Let's think about it from the manager of Boots instead of thinking of it as fans, right? You give Keith Thurman $10 million, right? You're gonna make $6 off of that, right? With the fight, with the So you don't think Boots finally gets his calling? He finally gets his fight.
I think
all these fans. I feel like all these fans out here blowing them. There's enough fans that's blowing Boots right now without a name on his resume.
I think that $6 million. I think what they do is they split that $6 million between Keith and Boots. They give Boots $1 million, give Keith $5 million, and then do like a 70-30 or 80-20 on the back end, whatever. So Keith can ride off so like he got paid.
10. So he can get 10, right?
Right, exactly. That's
yeah.
Oh, 10 off top for the work he done put in. For Barrios, nah, man.
No. But if you think about it, Keith Thurman started to go to age of welterweight division, bro.
Real shit.
If Keith Thurman, if they would have paid Keith Thurman, Boots would have had a top name at the 147-pound division during the golden age that Earl Spence don't got.
Right.
You feel me?
I believe 10 million.
Absolutely.
10 million is a cool event total. Keith was talking about 10 million off top. I don't like all that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And think about it like this. 10 million, but hold on, let me just give you some numbers.
Go ahead.
Let me just give you some numbers to really think about it.
Yeah.
If Keith gets 10, let's just go with the hypothetical. Keith gets 10 million. Let's just say Boots gets 2. So 20% of that. Okay, so that's a $12 million purse total. At $80 a clip, you need to sell 150,000 pay-per-views just to cover that purse. Okay, just to cover that. Keith Thurman, God bless him, has no track record really of being able to do that by himself with the Boots because Boots is still unproven. And so, from a financial perspective, from a business perspective, from the people who are in the analytics department or whatever, they're saying, "Listen, the numbers just don't add up here." You feel me?
Right.
So
Yeah.
Keith is doing
It
that
wouldn't
because he
add
don't want
up.
to fight Boots. That's why he's asking that.
It wouldn't add up for that particular fight. That's the risk you're taking to build Boots. Suppose Boots go in there and knock Keith Thurman the fuck out, right? That would make him a fucking superstar, bro. That Boots already got the trajectory. Boots already got the hardcore fan base. Everybody's scared of Boots. Even
Well,
his
not now.
peers got good. I mean,
You
this
have
is
to have a
before the
manager
Karen
that's
fight.
willing to put up that type of purse, bro. Cameron Duncan don't got bread like that
No,
to
no,
do
no, no,
that.
no,
That's
no,
the
no.
problem.
No, I'm talking about you. You his manager. I'm not talking about Cameron Duncan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm
Well,
talking about you.
before
You know what
the
I'm saying?
Before the Karen fight, I would still advocate for the 6 mil split so we could at least have an easier chance to break even. And if we do well, then Keith Thurman can ride off with his 10, and whatever happens to him, at least he can say he got paid.
Keith Thurman takes that 6 mil.
He takes
Keith-
5.
He takes it. He takes it.
Well, no,
100%.
he takes 5. Boots gets 1.
Well, he takes a 5 in the lion's share. They didn't offer him nothing, bro. They didn't offer Keith
That
Thurman
is
nothing.
true. That
He
is
took the
true.
5 in
Wait,
the
Keith
lion's
was
share.
actually offered the fight.
No, they didn't. Keith said I'll fight that boy for 10, and then everybody blew up. And then months later, he was like, I would have negotiated with him. They did him exactly like how Terrence Crawford did Danny Garcia.
That's a fact. And here's the thing. Here's my only listen, again, this is not meant to slander Boots of the team, but they do operate with a little bit of incompetence, bro. And what I mean by this, I'll give you an example of this.
Yeah, they're not business savvy.
In terms of business.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not business savvy. You can tell when Bozy Ennis talks about after they get the interim title, they become the mandatory and they have 120 days. No. The IBF has to enforce the mandatory position. So Boots currently is still just the interim. He's not the mandatory. There is no 120-day enforcement yet. The IBF has not come out and said that. But Bozy believes it said it because somebody told him that. That's just the type of stuff that they don't necessarily understand, which is why they should have got away from Cameron Duncan.
And also, they need to kill the narrative that Boots is ducking Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford's mandatory is only available for petition once every 18 months. He fought Sean Porter around 14 months ago, so Boots would have to either be inactive and not pursue any other championship opportunity until like June of this year. So people need to get off that bullshit. Why isn't he going to WBO? First of all, Terrence Crawford has proven he's a bitch and turned down one of the biggest fights in boxing for an unspeakable amount of bread. You think he's going to defend against Boots in a fucking title defense? What? Who is this person that y'all think? Like, he's shown you who he is multiple times. He didn't want Pacquiao. He didn't want Spence. He wasn't talking any cool shit to Virgil. Virgil don't want him. And y'all think he's going to fight Boots. He's going to do all that monkey shining, talk all that shit, end up not signing, and then moving on to who he actually wants to fight. That's it.
Who you think he gonna fight?
I don't know. It could be they'll pull somebody. I mean, like they'll pull somebody, but it could be the winner.
Yeah.
It could be winner of the fucking of Broner Red Cash. Are you talking about Boots? Who's Boots gonna fight?
No, I'm talking about Crawford.
Yeah, like I said, could be Broner Red Cash. Could be Regis is scaring the shit out of me.
What do you mean by that?
Some people are speculating he goes to BLK and tries to fight with Crawford. If Regis does that to me, I swear to God, I'll never fucking forgive him for that shit. Regis Prograis, if you take your ass over to BLK as opposed to trying to unify this fucking 140 and going to Showtime back where you were before the right after the Taylor fight, I swear to God, if you hand your ass over to Terrence Crawford, I swear I'll never forgive you for this shit. I'll never forgive you because the money's not gonna be real for you. The money is not gonna be real for you, Regis. They're there to either. I don't even know if Terrence Crawford got that money, but if they are, he's clearly the priority. People over there apparently love him. You're gonna get over there and you're gonna let him beat on you for a fucking discount. I promise you, it's not what it is.
Yeah, man. Regis got a history of that, man. I would be worried, and I was thinking about that before too. But the thing is, I thought Adrian Broner said he was gonna fight Regis, so I thought they were setting that up.
Hopefully,
it could
wait no more.
It could be that situation, but we all. I mean, come on, we all know what Terrence Crawford gonna be on. We all know he's gonna be on. Oh well, shit, you can fight me. I'll drag him up in weight. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
But also, I don't believe Adrian Broner's serious. Adrian Broner talking about he's fighting 3 times this year and he's gonna become undisputed at 140. No, I don't think he beats Regis right now. I'm not sure he beats Playo. I would be shocked if he fought Subriel Matias. And Josh Taylor's doing what Josh Taylor does. I don't know what the fuck. Not to mention it's Top Rank, so I don't know if they're gonna be hospitable to Broner on a business tip, and they're definitely not gonna pay him the money he wants. Talking about, yeah, that was his biggest complaint with PBC. Oh, they to pay the money I want, they're making me fight Godzilla. So what? You gonna fight Josh Taylor for $15.75? No.
He
You
should
know
have
what's
been a
crazy?
can man.
People is trying to sit here and run around and say like PBC did Adrian Broner wrong. It's like there's no accountability for the guy, bro. Like, yo, you turned down a fight. You was way out of shape. You had personal problems. You was out the ring for mad long, bro, and they still gave you an opportunity,
And let's talk about the opponent,
bro.
though.
So it's like not no what was mean shit, man.
And let's talk about the opponent, though. The opponent that he described as Godzilla was none other than Omar Figueroa, a dude who got his ass torn out the frame so hard by Abel Ramos that he was coughing up blood in the corner. That's Godzilla? Wow, Adrian.
But nah, look. Oh, I see. I'm a Adrian Broner apologist. You know what I'm saying? But he should not be talking shit about no goddamn fucking. Nobody should say nothing bad about PBC and Adrian Broner. This man done got 10th chances, bro.
He got Pacquiao.
Look at this man's resume.
He got Maidana. How much more could they feed you, my nigga? When do you put in work, nigga? When
he could have won one of those fights, my nigga. He could have won one of them, my nigga.
He got Mikey Garcia, Porter, Pacquiao, and and Maidana. The fact that they even gave you Pacquiao is enough to should have been able to shut you the fuck up for life. But you're frivolous,
bro. For life, for real.
Yeah, you're frivolous. You are frivolous and irresponsible, and you want everybody to pay for your mistakes, including Floyd. And you need to get off Floyd now. Floyd don't care no more. It might have been sweet when you showed some potential, but if it's not about money, Floyd not gonna fuck with you. You're a liability, Broner. You are a liability. You are fucking chemically unstable, and you either need to do your job and sit your black ass down and shut up, because the time for handouts is over. You done eaten well enough.
That man, hey,
right.
That nigga has 8, bro. That nigga AB has 8, man.
He ate more than shit. AB ate more than Spence.
Yeah, facts. Those are facts.
AB,
those are actual facts.
Spence put in more actual work, and AB that ate more. He talking about he got.
Whoa. Spence ain't put in more work, but I get it.
Well, at welterweight he did.
Yes, he has.
Man, hey, look at man. See, and the thing about AB, well, I get it. Yeah, because Spence fucking resume. His last 10 fights have been, you know what I'm saying?
If AB won the fights he lost, you would absolutely have a point. But the fights that people picked against Spence, the fights that shaped Spence's career, he showed up and won. AB was in those moments, fucked around and lost.
Exactly.
So that's the and don't get it twisted. I like Adrian Broner, but he now he talking shit and making up stuff because Blue Blood is gassing him up over there, talking about the PBC this, the PBC like no. If you want to make money off Terrence Crawford being a lame, that's perfectly fine. That's why lames are put on this earth. But when you're fucking around telling lies and killing other fights in the process, now you're talking bullshit. Now you're affecting the rest of the game. Because now other fighters that didn't want to fight certain people are going to have that excuse. Oh, well, PBC, they didn't take care of me. They didn't pay me. Boo, boo, boo. Like, especially when you brought up Charlo. I'm like, bro, Charlo pulled out of the fight himself because of personal issues. He had a back injury, and his wife was trying to kill him or some shit. So it's like you're talking about, oh, he didn't have an opponent. I'm like, these fights were scheduled. These dudes had opponents. They pulled out.
They don't get it, bro. They don't get. It's like boxing fans. The more I make videos and I engage with people, like boxing are feel good fans, bro. They want anything to make them feel good. It don't got to be the truth.
Listen, you know what's on top of that too? Boxing has a lot of, and I hate to say this, low IQ fans, or at least ignorant in the sense they're not informed, but they're very loud and proud about their opinions. So it creates a echo chamber of confusion, bro, with people just giving misinformation left and right, and it leads people down paths where they just can't think straight. Like the Bud thing, they're so easily fooled by a guy sitting here saying, I agreed to all the terms, but he never signed the fight. It's like, bro, this guy has shown you time and time again, if you know anything about business, that he's not serious about making a fight with Errol Spence. Or at the very least, he doesn't know how to do business properly, okay? Right. Either way, it's not going to work. But there are people who think, oh, no, he wants to fight because he says it on IG Live. or he tweets it out. So that's what he means it. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just a lot of gullible, misinformed people who are just being fed, just a narrative of lies, and they're easily, this happens in everything in life. You feel me? Like QAnon or anything. I don't want to go down that road, but you see the point.
It's funny too because then when Bud says that he doesn't want the fight, because Bud has been caught on tape multiple times saying he doesn't want these fights, they go, "Oh, he's just playing. He not for real." What the fuck is that,
man?
What the fuck is that?
I'm glad you said that. He only had to tell me once that he didn't want to fight this.
He
nigga,
said it multiple times.
He said it like 10 times. Like, bro, hell of time.
BFTB broke out tape on him just last week where he's on tape saying, "Yeah, Spence, Thurman, Garcia, all those guys. I ain't looking for those guys right now." Literally bar for bar, and dudes are still defending him, saying, "Oh no, he was just playing. That wasn't real." What the fuck are you talking about?
Like how people saying that this nigga was calling out Spence since 140. That shit is a lie, bro. He was calling out Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao when he was at 140, bro. He never said Spence's name, not one time, bro.
And then he was giving Pacquiao and apparently didn't sign. And then Bob
didn't sign.
And then Bob put out that lie about the mystery investors falling through. I'm like, oh right, the mystery investors, the same mystery investors that you used when you said AJ versus Fury was made to try to get Wilder off your ass, nigga. Hush. This is what I be talking about. I'm like, dude, they pull the same moves all the time. But this is why I talk about the importance of fan representation, and this is why I target dick riders so hard. Because, like, for example, the only reason why Canelo versus Triple G even got made is because fans pressured them both. But the thing is, too, both sides, Triple G and Canelo's fans, put pressure on Canelo. Because you best believe if Canelo could have got through middleweight without fighting Triple G, he would have done that shit.
Somehow Triple G got Canelo fans, bro.
Right, because of that Mexican style bullshit. When and also because Triple G was known for knocking out some niggas. Like when he knocked out Curtis Stevens, Steve Rolls, he beat Danny Jacobs. He became, they give him like the nigga slayer title.
They definitely gave.
Yeah, you know how that works. You knock off a few black people, all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, he knocked all these niggas out. So and then
they said my man. Hold on. They said my man's beat Bernard Hopkins fucking street with a regular belt.
Right, with the IBO and the WBA regular titles, they were like, "Oh, he's all-time great middleweight." Yeah, so his fucking ass was sitting there, getting knockouts and shit. And him and Abel Sanchez were on that Mexican style. Like, oh, we do Mexican style better than the Mexicans. So the Mexican fans were like, "Hey, Canelo, you gonna let this nigga disrespect us for real?" And you know what really got it? American white people haven't had like a really good middleweight since fucking Kelly Pavlik. So naturally, American white people got on Triple G dick and was like, "Hey, you can't fuck with us like they're from Kazakhstan or some shit." So the Mexican fans was like, "Hey, what the fuck is you doing? You have to shut them the fuck up. They disrespecting us at work. They talking all this big shit. You gotta silence them." And the thing is too, they put their foot down and said, "We're not supporting jack shit until you fight Triple G." And then Canelo said, "Damn, all right, fuck." That's the difference. They said that we're not supporting anything you do until you give us this. And that's what fans need to do.
WBC built a way because he didn't want to fight Triple G. Like, people be forgetting, bro. People be forgetting, man.
He didn't want to fight Charlo. And with Deverenchenko, because Deverenchenko put down a clinic on Triple G's ass so clean, he vacated the IBF. He said, "You know what? I don't want to fight that other nigga either. He fights just like Triple G. God damn it. I need a break. I need a break. Let me try some of this Rocky Fielding and fight some British motherfuckers."
The thing, I be hating when fucking real boxing fans be acting like they don't know though. Like that shit bugs me. Like some of my favorite channels and shit. Like when they want to like my man's on Tank Davis and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, I like Tank too, but like Hector Garcia was literally a TMT pick, bro. Like this nigga didn't go outside the square. He didn't go outside the circle, bro. This is a TMT pick. Was it not?
I mean, I think so.
It's all PBC, bro. It was PBC.
I like that fight. It was cool, but my thing is too. You can't say Hector Luis Garcia was a good fight for clipping Colbert, but then say Cambosis wasn't shit for clipping Tiafimo. You cannot do that. You can't do that.
Who the fuck is Chris Colbert, bro? I asked this last night on Combat 2 Bag. fucking channel. Who the fuck is Chris Colbert? Who has he beat to put a nigga in any position to do anything?
6 knockouts. The nigga called himself B-Hop and other niggas ran with it. Oh, that's B-Hop. Nigga, what?
So, in other words, gimmicks are more valuable than fighting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
I get why fucking Ryan Garcia is in people's mouths now. I get it.
Ryan Garcia is in people's mouths because Tank is going to get a highlight reel knockout.
Man.
And the thing is too, if you're a Tank fan that just wants to see him run through people, you can just say that so I can stop talking to you. You're not who I'm talking to. I'm talking about people who care about the sport. You know, for real. Like, for example, I'm gonna be honest right now. I don't want Tony Harrison fighting fucking Sebastian Fundora. You see how easy that was? Because I'm not a bitch. I can say it. I don't want Tony Harrison fighting Sebastian Fundora. I don't want that fight. I don't want to fucking look at it. I don't want it made because I'm worried Tony Harrison might take an L. You see how easy that was for me to say?
Bruh.
Why can't you bitches do the same?
Let's talk about that fight, though. Let's talk about that fight.
No, I don't want to talk about this shit.
No, because Tony Harrison is going to be beating the shit out of Fundora.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Look, it's going to be like, it's going to be kind of
Tony
like
gonna have to have legs like Karen, man. He gonna have to have legs like
it's gonna
Karen.
be very
That's all
similar. It's going to be very similar to the Charlo 2 fight.
No.
Harrison is going to be taking Fundora to school, and he going to goddamn, he going to lose focus like he did with Charlo, and he going to get knocked out.
Right. Okay. Well, see, exactly. I don't want that to happen, so I don't want the fight.
Yeah.
You see how easy that was for me to say? I don't want the fight because I don't want Tony Harrison to lose. Bam.
I don't want Keith Thurman. I'm gonna say this out loud. I don't want Keith Thurman to lose to Earl Spence though.
And see, that's because you're a real dude. You're a real dude who probably has a decent relationship with his dad and was raised with some nuts.
No, I don't got no relationship. Keith Thurman was once my favorite fucking fighter until he ducked Earl Spence. You feel me?
Oh.
I don't want him to lose to Earl Spence. I kind of want him to beat Earl Spence.
But see, the thing is,
Oh my God! If
he
I'm not gonna lie,
wants the payday. He wants the payday. That's why he took the fight. So you should be happy for him. He's getting the payday.
yeah, that thirsty ass nigga. But no, hustle's home. I was giving you a compliment. I was saying that's because you're a good dude. You were raised properly, and you're an honest person. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest right now. If Keith fuck around and do something and make Earl look shaky, I'm
trying to tell you
shit.
Look,
Earl is gonna stop him by the 10th round. Book it.
I hope
I'm telling
so.
you, Earl is gonna beat on Keith after like round 5.
I'll tell you right now, the way Keith Thurman's been training since last year, I think I don't want to say he's going to beat Spence, but man,
it's going to be Spence's hardest fight.
It's going to be Spence's hardest fucking fight, bro.
It's going
really
to be
is.
rough. Because I was thinking about it. I was looking at Keith during the weigh-ins, and I'm thinking Keith at 154. I'm like, are we going to see Prime one time? With one time and like
you're going to see because look, the reason why is because I noticed the man's been training for quite some time, dude. And he's like you said, D-Hive, he doesn't have the boots and bruises and shit. And my theory is, I believe the reason why he ducked Errol Spence at the time is because he knew his health wasn't 100% to fight that dude.
Nah,
what was wrong with him?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he was scared, bro.
Yeah, that's Cat. What was wrong with him?
Because he's scared. He was scared of Kell Brook. He was scared of Kell Brook because Keith Thurman ducked Kell Brook first. Let's get that real. Let's get that. I'm a Keith Thurman fan, my nigga. He ducked Kell Brook first, and then when he saw Earl Spence break that nigga eye, that nigga had nothing to do with Earl Spence.
He said, "Oh hell no." Same as like Charlo with Dever and Chango. Both Triple G and Canelo said, "You know what? That nigga there, no, on the list. Get him the fuck away from me.
Get him way out of here." And the fans is like, "Yeah,
wow. Okay, so,
yeah, fight Callum Smith." Yeah.
Here's the thing, Artman. Here's the thing, bro.
Know this. Hold on one second.
Let me just tell you something.
Hold on one second before you say that. I just want to know, why do you think Spence want to fight? Why do you think Thurman wants to fight Spence now?
Because it's a bag.
Payday.
This is a bag. This is his
Just
last fight.
Okay?
Yeah,
This is his last fight.
It wouldn't go payday around the Mikey Garcia time.
I mean, it was,
Keith
but
is cashing out,
Spence was demolishing everyone. Keith, that's back when Keith actually had his heart in boxing. Now he just wants to retire to get some bread to keep that little woman he
Is
got.
it because he sees something in Spence?
Hell no.
No.
He sees something.
No,
That
bro.
nigga don't see shit.
No, bro.
He see dollar signs.
Yeah, if Keith Thurman, no, because bro, Keith Thurman runs his mouth like a motherfucker. If he saw something, he would have been running his mouth this entire time. He would have been running his mouth. Like even,
All right, we'll know. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what, D-Hive? We'll know
You say this during
the press
the fight
conferences and
announcement.
shit. We'll know during the press conferences.
bro.
Keith
That's just
Thurman.
He
funny, bro. I swear to God, that's just funny, and that's people gonna hate. People are gonna hate, but let's be real. That press conference is gonna be fucking hilarious because
it's gonna be
you know
great.
Errol Spence gonna have that, oh, I ain't really want to fight you type mode, and then Keith Thurman gonna be popping his shit like, yeah, I was ready a long time ago, but it is what it is. This
I
boy,
hope Errol Spence don't lose his mental. I hope Errol Spence
and
don't let him get the mental edge because Keith
it's gonna be
Thurman is
funny,
still one
bro.
time.
It's gonna be funny as hell, man. I got
Okay,
go ahead,
hold,
go ahead.
yo, all right, yeah, okay. This is why I wanted to ask you because I just pulled up the box rec. He fought Manny Pacquiao July 20th, 2019. His next fight was February 5th, 2022. So over 2 years between those two fights, about 2.5 years. He was training for that Barrios fight for at least 6 months to a year, bro. Like out the ring. He came in great, phenomenal shape. He did not stop Barrios. But Barrios hurt him again to the body. Something that's been his problem his whole career.
So what did he? What did he
I
do to
personally
Barrios?
don't think
Just go in there and just win a clean decision, and that was that, or did he fuck up Barrios?
He's supposed to fuck up
he
Barrios. He's supposed to stop
he
him.
fucked
He's a
up
Like
career
Barrios.
welterweight.
Barrios is a 140 pounder. He started at like what 126, 122 or something like that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like
But he was
Barrios
always
is
a
not the
big
biggest
dude,
guy
always a
anyway.
guy for that weight class, anyways. Let's keep.
Damn that
Yeah.
art, man. He was supposed to get in there
He's
and
not
break
a big
Barrios' neck.
welterweight,
Look,
bro.
when they said
Who's got in there and done that to Barrios besides fucking goddamn Tank? Who
Tank,
people say
Tank is
who?
tiny.
But how many
He did
people
it right
said
before
how
him.
many larger people said Tank hit like a fucking middleweight? Tank hit like a fucking come on, my nigga.
come on, exactly, dudes. Like,
Dude,
let's
Keith
be
Thurman
real,
is a
man.
big ass career
Like,
welterweight. Y'all capping, bro. Keith Thurman should have went in there and broke that
I'll
motherfucker
call
off.
him one time. You said
Yeah.
he's still one time. How are you still one time if you can't stop Barrios?
Well, I said
All
at
my
150.
point is
so
this,
he,
bro.
I
so
said
he
at
almost
154
stopped
he
that.
might still be one time. I don't know about
He almost
154.
stopped that dude.
He did almost stop Barrios.
He
Come
did
He
on, bro.
almost
almost
stop
stopped.
him, bro.
Okay,
I
absolutely
blame
sure. He almost
it
stopped him.
on big ass gloves they made him wear.
I blame it. Yep. They did fight a 10-ounce
Okay.
gloves.
I
They
say that
definitely
people
fought a
act like
10-ounce glove.
bullshit and like, bro, are we not gonna act like gloves do not affect a fight?
Well, at
Art.
150, at
Well, I
154 they
agree with
upgraded
you.
the 10
He's
ounce
gonna
gloves.
fight in
So
them gloves.
yeah,
Exactly. He's
Honestly,
gonna fight them at 154.
if Barrios'
they gotta go
face was
10 ounce.
fucked up like that and he was on the verge of being stopped in that fight,
That nigga
what do
might
you think
fuck around
smaller gloves is gonna do to him? Stop him, right?
And Keith Thurman should have the requisite boxing skill to stop a fucking Barrios in 12-ounce gloves. Like, come on now.
Let's be real.
Why y'all doing my man like that?
He's all right, Keith. He's a dirty bitch and hasn't earned a goddamn thing. People, honestly,
He
I'm not
has
gonna,
though. Whoa.
He
He
has.
earned
no.
his legacy. His
Legacy,
itself
he
is
fought
the earner.
Pacquiao, took 2 years off, got that booty, was off duty, and
Bro.
came back
All right,
against
so
Barrios.
Pacquiao,
That's not
like,
earning shit.
Pacquiao
This
is
nigga
begging.
has
Pacquiao is
two of
begging for.
Spence's best
go ahead.
win on his resume first. What are we saying here?
That's
This
true,
nigga-
but
yeah.
then he lost. You got to fight
he-
your way back in an
Spence
eliminator.
beat Ugas, the guy that beat Keith.
The guy that beat Pacquiao, right?
Look, whoa,
That's what I mean. The guy that beat Pacquiao who beat Keith.
Right.
But you can't triangle theory that. All right, look, listen.
It's not a triangle theory. That's what happened. That's a triangle
I
fight.
get that's what happened. I get that's what happened. But are we not? All right. So is Keith Thurman not gonna be Earl Spence's best name on his resume after he beat him?
He is going to be.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
maybe
No.
Brooke. Brooke
So
might.
Kel Brook,
Kel
is,
Brook
no,
to me
no,
still is.
no.
No,
Keith
no.
Thurman got way bigger wins than fucking Brook.
Brooke only lost to Triple G at the time. I'm talking about at the time though.
I'm talking about this washed up
exactly
Keith
that's what I'm
Thurman.
talking about too.
I'm talking about the washed up Keith Thurman right now, my nigga. Like, I'm not talking about one time.
I ain't saying.
Yeah,
No,
I think prime Kel Brook.
Is better than Wash
ahead,
Keith
Art, go
Thurman.
ahead.
Yeah.
True.
nigga, the Kell Brook who fought
Yeah,
Bud
that's what I
get
mean.
his ass whooped by the Keith Thurman who just fought Barrio.
That's washed Brooke.
Come on, bro.
But
That's
that's
why-
not
that's why
Earl's
Bud
when he
fought
fought
him.
him. Kel
Yeah.
still had
That's
the
not
belt
totally
when
not
Earl
on the
fought
same
him.
level. Keith Thurman is not on that washed level, bro.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
Keith
think he
Thurman's
is either,
washed.
bro.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
he's
bro, like-
washed.
I don't think he was.
And then he fighting at
He
154,
don't have a
bro.
belt though.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get Keith don't got no
Man,
belt
all I'm
though.
a-
Keith don't
I
got
said,
no belt.
people, look at the damage that Errol Spence took. He just came off of a car accident. He just came off of a fight.
Man, I'm
All
about to
that
bet
training
against
camp,
Earl. I'm
man.
about to bet. I'm
And
about to win
then
some
he had
money.
like how many?
Keith Thurman ain't gonna win that fight. Oh my
Earl Spence
god,
is stopping Keith.
That
Keith Thurman not gonna win.
in Art Man's eyes, that fight is a 60-40.
I said
Now,
Keith
Fight is definitely
Thurman.
64.
That's
Spence,
fine.
I said
That's
Keith Thurman might make him look silly. I didn't say he'd fucking win. I thought he might like get him with one good one. I didn't mean him win. No, Keith
He
Thurman
gonna make him
smoked.
have to cut the ring off. Put it like that.
There you go. Yeah, he gonna be moving
Keith Thurman,
around.
Yeah.
the same shit that Karen was doing. Keith Thurman knows how to do that too.
Man,
But
but he got that pop. That's
but
why I feel like
he knows how
if
to
Karen was Keith Thurman, he would have knocked Boots out.
Yeah, okay.
If Karen was Keith Thurman, he would have knocked Boots out.
Bro, let me.
It sound good.
No, let me
Hey.
tell you something. First off, did you see the body shots Boots was hitting Karen
Hey,
with?
let me ask y'all this.
Keith would have folded, man. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna just tell you. Hold on. I'm gonna just tell y'all this. Earl is gonna stop Keith in the 10th round. He gonna beat him to the body. It's gonna be bad. Earl got a lot of motivation. He's moving up to 154. Don't gotta cut off as much weight. It's gonna be bad. Just watch, man. I'm telling
I
you.
get it.
You remember when
What's this whole saying mulattoes
You know,
or
this
something
kinda
in the
reminds me-
Ukraine?
you remember when Canelo versus Kovalev was announced, right? And everybody kept on saying, "Oh my God, Canelo's gonna stop him to the body. He's gonna stop him to the body." He go in there and what happened? He stopped him.
Nothing.
He stopped him to the body. What happened?
Well, actually, he knocked him out
What happened a little bit?
over right hand, but he still knocked him out.
Oh, Fedor about to KO him with one punch. Nigga, the corner had to stop that shit. His chin was still there.
I
Hey,
had
Art,
Lubin
man.
by
Hey.
KO. But
All right, man. Can I
Hey,
ask you a
he-
question, please?
So it's like
how many times? How many times? All right, we've known Keith Thurman's.
to them belts and to the
Keith can't move now.
We've known that Keith Thurman been weak to the body for like 10 years, right? And we've
Thank you.
seen him get hurt
Survive.
to the body several times, right? But he has something that a lot of guys don't got. It's called fucking boxing IQ. He was winning the fight after he got hurt to the body. He started winning these fights. When Pacquiao hurt him to the body, he spit his mouthpiece off. He took off running. But at the end, who was winning? Who was winning the back end of them fight? Who was winning the back end of that fight?
nah, yeah,
You
Keith-
still a big
Thurman
time
was-
Keith Thurman
Yeah.
fan. You said you
Okay.
was. You still is.
Look, that's what I remember from that fight because I honestly kept it at the end of the fight. I thought, man, they might get a shit to draw, but they gave it
Bro.
to Manny Pacquiao, and I wasn't mad that they gave it to Manny Pacquiao. but I
Go
was-
back and watch that
Keith
fight.
Thurman
You cannot
was
give
rocking
Manny Pacquiao
shit.
5 rounds. Go back in that fight. You can't give Manny Pacquiao 5 rounds in that fucking fight.
You know what? I'm gonna rewatch that fight.
Go rewatch that fight and tell me the 5 rounds you gave Manny Pacquiao.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell you this. You remember the shot that Manny Pacquiao landed that puts Keith down in the first?
Yeah.
Let that be Boots. Keith don't get up.
But that was.
But you know what happened? You know what happened in that
Keith will
first
stay
round?
down.
You know what happened in that first round? In my opinion, he underestimated how many punches Manny Pacquiao was gonna throw.
He underestimated how quick
Look,
Pacquiao was at 4.
Yeah, when he closed that distance, Keith said, "Oh shit," and then fell over.
Keith Thurman literally took one step back, thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely out of range."
Yep.
That Manny Pacquiao said, "I think I got one more."
Yeah.
Oh, whoa!
Caught him off balance. Caught him off
That's
balance.
exactly what happened.
What?
Caught him off balance.
That shit
Can I
happened
just say
twice.
one thing real quick, y'all?
I was pissed. Go ahead.
We're talking about Earl's.
Telling my dad hot shit. I was like, "Dad, nigga, this young nigga about to beat Manny Pacquiao ass. Just watch."
Nah, he did.
But go
I
ahead.
lost some money
We're
on Keith. That's
talking
why I
about-
never forgave his bitch ass.
Bro, we're talking about Earl Spence. We're not talking about anybody else at 154, 147. This dude has proven, I understand the car accidents and all this stuff, but he's proven to have a very durable chin. He's solid, and he attacks the body, and he's a pressure fighter. That's like the recipe to beating a Keith Thurman.
It
A
is.
nice, consistent jab, pressure fighting, and body work.
But
I'm
Keith,
just telling y'all, I understand that y'all love Keith. He's
Nah.
getting stopped.
it's
He
not
is getting stopped.
Bro,
Our man that hustles home not serious.
Hey,
I'm not-
hey,
I'm not putting
no,
money
hey,
on
quick,
Keith.
quick, quick, quick
Yeah,
point.
I'm not serious.
Hey,
think-
hey, quick point. Did you just describe Boots as a pressure fighter?
No one said that.
I was talking about Earl.
Oh,
no.
Earl. Okay.
How
Okay.
I think Keith Thurman's gonna fight Errol Spence is he's gonna keep on using the lateral movements. He's gonna try to turn him, and he's gonna jump in and jump out on his ass.
He gonna jump in, get a straight left to the stomach, and then double over like a bitch.
Hey,
Nah,
hey, guess
look,
what? It's gonna
hey,
work.
hey, look.
It's, it's gonna work for a couple rounds, but Keith Thurman don't got the gas to do that for 12 rounds.
Not at all.
Thank
Not
you.
at
Hey,
all.
Dirk.
Thank you,
Hey,
Dirk.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to
Yeah.
say that, bro. It's gonna work. It's gonna look good for about 5 rounds.
I tell you, look, when
And then
he
that pressure.
jump around the ring and then he hop in that motherfucker
Bruh.
on that 1-2 and jump out, don't be surprised if you see Errol Spence trying to chase him around the ring.
No,
And people
Keith
don't
Thurman
understand,
gonna
like-
hop in with his jab. Earl Spence gonna slip, drop the straight left right to the sternum. He gonna take a knee.
Errol Spence
Watch.
get hit with that fucking corkscrew uppercut that nigga be throwing.
Yeah.
Hey,
But nah,
honestly, bro,
Don't
don't
act
be
Ain't gonna
surprised.
knock
Yeah,
him out.
don't be surprised if Keith Thurman use the Karen game plan where I know I'm gonna lose this fight, but you're not knocking me out.
Hey,
Yeah.
and look,
I
I'm calling
believe-
it right now.
I feel like he's gonna exchange way more than Karen. Way
Earl
more.
Spence.
Yeah,
Keith
that'll
Thurman is
open the
gonna
more.
He'll be
Keith
forced to
Thurman gonna hurt
exchange.
Earl. Keith Thurman gonna
Earl
be the
is
first fight.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
athletic.
Keith do got power.
Thurman leftovers.
That's cool. That's
That's a-
cool. Earl,
That's a fact, man. I love Errol Spence, but Errol Spence has damn near Keith. Not Keith. Yeah, he damn near has Keith's resume.
He does.
who this is Keith's leftovers?
Yeah,
What
Kel
did he
Brook
fight?
is Keith leftovers?
that's it.
No, he fought Collazo. He fought Danny Garcia, and he fought.
But hold on.
Porter.
But yeah, I agree
And those are
because
big fights for Errol
Porter and
Spence.
Garcia is the only niggas. Like, he's
nah,
not eating
y'all
it.
gotta understand. Nah, he right, bro.
I mean, not
Earl
Collazo. He
Spence.
fought. What's his name? What's Bundridge?
Bundridge, yeah. Earl
Yeah,
Spence's
that's
early
Bundu.
resume was built off of Keith Thurman,
Off of
just
Keith
like
Thurman's resume, man.
just like Boots' resume is built off of Earl
And
Spence.
guess what? Guess who
It-
was
it's
about
just-
to fight Manny Pacquiao? Who fought Manny Pacquiao before Errol Spence?
Exactly.
Keith
Motherfucking
Thurman.
Keith Thurman. So let's not act like Keith Thurman was not this guy. It wasn't Floyd and then Errol Spence.
Keith Thurman has one.
Keith Thurman, then Errol Spence.
Keith Thurman has one path to victory and one path only. And I was watching some tape and I just seen it.
Punch his chance. He
Yeah,
got a punch.
I know I fucked up. I meant what's his name?
No, Keith Thurman has one chance. You know when Errol Spence go like one thing Errol Spence and Ugas got in common is they do those double hooks to the body on the inside. That's the only period in the fight where Errol Spence's hands are down. Now the reason why they used to call him one time is because of those just like whacking hooks he could put people down with. Keith Thurman got one shot to land one of those at some point in the fight, maybe do something.
What is Errol Spence's defense though?
High guard,
High guard and
Like this.
pressure.
high guard, but also
that's-
one thing
He's
people
good, man. His
That's
parry is
Derek
good.
Derek James teach them niggas, man. What if he come in there with a hook and get between that shit?
No, I was gonna say one thing where Spence is underrated, where I try to tell a lot of Crawford fans, is that Spence can usually see a telegraph corkscrew uppercut and he does a very quick step back. I remember he did it with Garcia and he did it with Porter. And he did it with Ugas.
And Errol Spence parrying ability is fucking underrated, bro.
Yeah,
My nigga,
it is.
So that corkscrew uppercut, that's not gonna land. That's not gonna
this
land.
nigga parries in the pocket, my nigga. Like this shit is crazy. Errol Spence parries in the fucking
It's-
Yeah,
pocket.
I watch a lot
It's
of
his
Errol Spence.
positioning because he puts his head to the side where a guy can't get off those punches on the inside, and then he'll take a step back or take a step to the right or to the left to really just bro.
And-
I
and
don't want that
also-
nigga, man. I don't want this
All
nigga
I'm-
to fight, bro. I really don't want this nigga to fight.
Yeah, because you know he about to get that ass tacked. And
Yeah,
you
because
know,
then niggas gonna be like, "Oh, Keith Thurman dead, bro." Like, I wish Keith Thurman would have fought Boots, bro. I really.
but this doesn't take anything away from Keith Thurman as a fighter because he's supposed to lose to Errol Spence.
take something away as a fan. This nigga lost almost three in a row, my nigga.
Oh well, you know that is what it is. Tell Keith to get off his ass. He got married and got soft. Shit.
That nigga did get married. That
He got married and got used to
I
the
feel
money
like
and got soft. Back there eating bonbons and shit.
The way y'all sounded, Spence might be in a lose-lose situation because what if he goes in there and the fight is competitive, but he still wins? Then niggas are like, "Damn, you let Keith Thurman
nigga.
let
No.
Thurman
One
get on-"
time is back. Listen, my videos for the whole week. Fuck if Errol Spence if Keith Thurman looked good and beat Errol Spence beat him by decision, my whole week worth of videos is one time being back. I don't give a fuck if Earl wins or not.
That might be the best case scenario to get Bud to fight him.
Yeah.
That might honestly be the best case scenario. But one thing I was going to say,
bro, I see Bud versus Errol Spence at 154. I've been saying that shit for a long time.
shit,
Bud
at
gonna
154, Bud gonna lose. Yeah,
Bud gonna die. Bud gonna die.
Bug gonna get hurt bad
Bud
too.
gonna die at
Smoke.
154. Nigga.
At
One
154, he
nigga
gonna
that's
get
been at
fucking-
130 is not gonna be no competition to
Yeah.
Earl Spence is not weight drain, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But one thing I was gonna say though, one of the things about Errol Spence's defensive ability is that he keeps a very sharp bladed stance to where he's always available to pivot or step back, which inspired one other young fighter that people say beats everybody, none other than Shakur Stevenson.
I don't think he beat everybody. I think Devin Haney easily beats Shakur.
Oh, I don't think easily, but I think he beats him. But I don't think it's gonna be easy at
I
all.
think it's gonna be a 10.
That's a
I think
50-50,
it's an
man.
8. He'll win 8 rounds.
Damn, I don't. I think Devin gonna win like 5 and a questionable, and squeak by on the split decision.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching that Tank versus Hector fight, and I was thinking it made me really look at
Frank Martin, huh?
no, it made me really look at
Oh.
Haney versus Javante.
JoJo.
Yep.
Oh.
That jab.
The
That jab.
jab,
That jab.
that jab.
That
jab,
Hector fight made me give Frank Martin a better chance against Tank, to be honest.
Man, that motherfucker 10
You know,
2 Tank motherfucking ass.
But I ain't gonna lie. I see Frank Martin eating some crazy shit from Javante, bro.
Well, you can't eat it.
Good,
He
bro.
just gonna go to sleep. You
I
can't eat a Tank punch.
he just falling out like completely.
Hey Art, you want to know what every single Tank opponent does, which I think is fucking stupid, but it's
What?
genius. Tank makes them feel like, hey, this is an easier fight than I thought.
It
As
was.
soon as that thought go across their brain, he knocks them out. Every time
Every
they start
time.
engaging, as soon as they start engaging, he knocks them out every single time.
Man, I was really watching.
And Haney not gonna be dumb enough to fall for it.
And it's gonna be a boring fight. They're gonna boo, and he's gonna win.
Javante's game plan in that fight because I seen him doing certain workouts, prior to the fight. Like with that with the ball, fucking throwing that shit like that and going like that. Man, you can see he was really learning that shit so he could dig in and have some fucking real life power hitting that body and going up top like how he was doing.
And Hector talked all that bullshit about coming forward, machismo, this machismo. Man, that nigga didn't do anything. He just sat there and fucking waited on Tank and jabbed and moved. I'm like, man, you fucking weenie. Talked all that shit.
Bro. And to come find out they blocking everybody right now. That's sad.
They blocking? Who blocking what?
The Dominican niggas on Twitter, they blocking everybody.
Oh. It's not our fault. They shit. Teach a man how to squabble, nigga.
Hey, teach a man how to swap.
Like, come on.
They thought that nigga really was gonna beat Tank though.
Bro,
That dude was like, Dominicans taking over PBC. Like, what the fuck?
He posted a picture of the Showtime headquarters and say, nigga, Dominicans about to take over this shit. Put them in they could have been 2 good fights where they can prove that. They can literally could have proved, yeah, them niggas about to take over. What the fuck happened? They got
the second Dominican.
both of them got smashed and went on the same channel after the fight and started crying about how they got smashed.
Who's Dominican?
Michelle Rivera. Well,
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, it was black. That nigga was Ali. I forgot.
See, they sold you.
You know, they're melanated people too, but they don't like.
Nah, he ain't black. He's Spanish.
You know.
I mean, he probably is black. They just don't like to claim it because it's not good marketing.
Nah, look. When that look, like my nigga Shakur Stevenson. What he say? He Puerto Rican. That nigga not black.
Hey, no. That reminds me, Godfrey. I am not black. No. I'm Dominican.
Yeah. I'm Dominican.
No.
Exactly, bro. And it's like it's what it is, man. But yeah, they got smashed, bro. Big time. They got to go back to the line. So who's the next country that step up and try to give America some problems?
Them Cubans.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. After us, the Eastern Europeans got the best fighters.
Yeah, they got it. That's true.
Yeah,
they're strong number 2.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they kicked Mexico off the chart.
Yeah, like because they got they got real skills. Better be Bivol.
They're just so tough. Like y'all see how they could drop one Mexican fighter off in the UK and smoke everybody. You get one good Russian, all of Mexico retires. Right. you get one good Russian, all them niggas retire.
Best.
Bro, they actually go in the ring with a game plan, not just machismo, heart, all that bullshit. You actually need real. They got real skills.
He didn't beat a Mexican American. He beat 2 Mexicans that's fucking known in the community, bro, as their fucking warriors.
Who? Tank?
No, I'm talking about Bivol beat motherfucking.
Oh yeah, he beat Zerto.
Zerto.
Oh,
Niggas really said Zerto was good. I was
this
like,
nigga Zerto is trash.
Polo was in my
They
DM,
fell for that shit,
bro.
they were
bro.
talking about Zerto could beat Canelo, and I was like, yeah, it's because
Bruh,
Canelo's small and
last
can't
y'all
fucking
seen-
move.
Canelo lost to Bivol, but once Zerto get in there, it's over.
They gonna
See,
knock
that's why,
Zerto
and
out, bruh.
Dude,
that's why the
Zerto has
Canelo fans were
literally
asking
never
for that
been
fight.
good. That
My
shit was
nigga.
fucking priceless.
That's what I don't get. Why the fuck do the Mexican fight? I love Mexican fighters and shit, but why do they always get a up? Like my nigga, like Zerto Ramirez was never good. Like these, they publicly made this man good. Like they did. They
Hey, let me
publicly
tell you
made
why.
Brian Garcia good, bro.
Let me tell you
Publicly
why.
made this man
It,
good.
let me tell you why, brother. It's just like Jaime Munguia. Like when you have the
Oh,
fan base,
you
they're
right.
gonna build you up because it's for business. It's not because let's do it just because he's Mexican. It's because I mean, like it or not, Mexicans they do pay to see their fighters.
If
Like
they paid so much, why ain't no Mexican fighter never the top paid fighter except for Canelo, bro?
that's true. That's very true. But I'm talking about
That
like
shit
on
is
a
a lie.
local.
That's why. No, that shit is a lie.
It's
B.
a myth.
That shit is a
Yeah,
It's a
lie,
straight
my
myth.
nigga. It ain't never been no fucking group
Well,
of Mexicans
but
that's the highest paid fighters, the most fucking.
Because
You
they think
want
of Oscar De La Hoya, and then you think about Chavez, and then you think
my
about
nigga Oscar is from
oh no,
fucking
but like
California, my nigga.
let's
Right.
use
He's from
Twitter.
East
Let's use
Los
Twitter for
Angeles.
example and social media. Which fans do y'all interact with the most? Like when it comes to like boxing?
At this
I
point, it's
interact with
fucking
y'all. I
Spence
only
and Bud
interact with
fans.
niggas I like.
No, but I'm talking about outside of Spencer Crawford fans. I'm talking about like the others.
Mexican
I've
fans
watched
for
those.
sure.
Exactly. They probably outnumber us when it comes to boxing fans.
Yeah,
They
because
do.
they have
So
like
No, but there's research that shows
when
that
it comes
Black
to,
American
I would
fans.
say that people that's more involved because there's a lot of black boxing boxer fans.
Look,
Yeah,
I would say
of
black
course, of
love
course.
the fuck out of Javante Davis. As we
Yeah, they do. Everybody, I think everybody likes. Well, not everybody, but
I like Tank, but he ain't fought nobody.
look, look. Let me tell y'all something though.
Javante
Okay, let me just break this down. I'm gonna give y'all some statistics.
fighters. Javante killed the narrative that black people don't support boxing. Because when I look
Let
at
me
fucking
they're gonna go. They're gonna try to tell you about the pay per view numbers.
all
Watch.
black,
no.
that pay per
Let
view
me
probably 400, 300.
let me tell
Yeah.
you. Let me tell you what. Okay, let me give you just break it down. Last year in the United States, we're just talking about live gates. There's 3 American boxers that did $5 million plus live gates. 2 of them were Black Americans, Earl Spence and Tank Davis. The other was Canelo. But if you go to $1 million live gates, you have to add Jermel Charlo, Shakur Stevenson,
what about
amongst
Wilder?
others. It's Black Americans are the ones. Wilder too. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Wilder.
I forgot about him. Wilder too. Those are the people. Listen, the majority of the people that sell are Black Americans. There's studies that have shown that Black Americans per capita, especially when you talk about younger populations, support boxing more than any other group. You know, Mexicans are right behind, but it's Black Americans that are really supporting the sport. So, like, that's just a myth that people say that Mexicans. Oh, and I'll give you a perfect example again. Jose Ramirez out there, he talks about how he sells out all over there 12,000 tickets. This dude is bringing in his last reported live gate was $300,000. They selling them tickets for like $40, $50 a pop.
Just looking at,
It's not
just looking
real.
at my
Smoke and
analytics,
mirrors.
just looking at the analytics of my my hoodies and shirts, I get a lot of black and Mexican. Black
We
and
love boxing though. I wish Mexicans. This is what I wish. I wish Mexicans and black fans like, cause for some reason, them motherfuckers kind of like lean towards white folks more than they do black folks, and we are
Yeah,
way
bro. If shit
more
were to
in
pop off,
common.
they would go on their side, bro. Look at the prisons. Like I don't want to bring prison politics into it, but they side with the Aryan Brotherhood.
Bro,
You
look
know,
at Black Panther. Look at Black
that's why
Panther.
there's
The actor.
that's I'm real cool with that actually buy my shit consistently.
And
I mean-
40% of them voted for Trump, and he be shitting
What?
on them. So what does that tell you?
There's
I
a
mean,
lot
look at
that.
Black Panther. The actor that played Namor complained that his own people were shitting on him because he was too dark.
They did
Right.
shit on them, bro. That
Look
shit was
at
Oh yeah,
crazy.
there's a
that.
colorism.
He
Hey,
did
there's
a
a
good ass
colorism
job.
problem.
He did a like honestly, he was shit. He did such a good ass job in Black Panther. I was surprised when he came out and said that my own people were shitting on me because I didn't
And,
fit the Eurocentric idea. I was like, God damn, are you serious?
and guess what? And look, I live in Arizona, so I deal with a lot of like Mexican females.
Oh shit!
So yeah, all of them say the same thing, bro. Like, oh, my dad doesn't like black people,
Yeah,
or my brother doesn't like black people.
I
Like,
can't,
it's the
I
same
can't,
thing.
I can't tell my parents. I can't tell my parents we fucking.
Bro, look,
Right,
Yeah, I've been there.
I
I've been there with Filipinos.
Yes,
I,
sir.
right,
so trust me,
right.
I know, most definitely. But Wilder versus Ruiz, man, what y'all think about that? We think we're gonna
Man,
argue for
Ruiz
that?
It's
died.
I
about
like it. It's a nice
goddamn
little
time.
appetizer.
Because I'm gonna remind motherfuckers when after Ruiz stopped AJ, they're like, "You see that? He'll do that to Wilder."
He
I'm like,
dies.
"Yeah,
No. Ruiz
okay."
dies. His defense is his face. You
Bro,
cannot have that defense against
I'm not
Wilder.
gonna Ruiz.
That fight goes
Man,
to.
the Mexican fans
Neither
are
one of them niggas got
I
good defense.
that jacket on them because they've been turning their back on the Ruiz.
So
They
they
said
know he's gonna get smoked. None of the fights here.
they want him
He got dropped by Areola, and he got hurt by old
they
ass
want to see a
Ortiz.
good fight and see the man get paid because
Man,
they know he's
I'm,
not going.
I'm gonna tell you why the Mexican fans don't fuck with Ruiz, because he pulled his pants down and showed an asshole tattoo. You know Mexicans don't play that gay shit, bro.
Yeah, that shit was weird.
That
I'm
shit
like,
was
why
gay
are
as hell.
why are we looking at your fucking tattooed butt cheeks? This is how you spend your money, nigga. How about you spend your money on a nutritionist? You chubby son of a bitch.
After that nigga beat Joshua, he's like, my job is done.
I'm telling you, he got that
Hey,
20
bro,
million.
well,
He
how
got a
would,
little
Let me
nice
let me
piece
do
of
a little
ass, and he was on
background, D.
retirement.
what would you do if you got that money? You just beat the unified heavyweight champion of the world, bro. What would you do?
True.
Well, me, I'm
Do
very
it.
And you was
disciplined,
just
and
like,
I don't keep
That's
my
why
stuff
niggas like Floyd is different.
exactly. Because the thing
Yeah.
is, too, I don't. If I get that money, I don't want to end up like Andre Ward, Timothy Bradley, still punching the clock, talking shit. I want to be good forever to the point where I can just leave boxing and don't have to come back. Don't have to think about a comeback. I can start a company, represent people, do whatever I want. So me, I'm capitalizing. I'm whooping AJ's ass again, fighting 3 more fights, which are the top people like Fury, Wilder, whatever, and then I'm gone before 35. That's why you got to focus,
Now,
focus,
I ain't
and
gonna
be
lie.
gone.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like y'all saying all this right now, but nigga, that
I'm
money,
blowing that.
man,
I'm
like
38 years old.
Hey,
You
no,
tell
you saw
If
what
I was a
Marvin Hagler
professional,
did.
if I was a professional boxer, my goal would be to fight as little as possible. So while I'm at my best, get the fighting out of the way, and then just stop.
so.
But they
Hey,
don't want you
but
there.
y'all saw what Marvin Hagler did though.
If nigga, you
Go
got
ahead.
what? Well, how much he get for the first fight? Let me just throw it out. What, $5 million, $10 million?
Ruiz?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Let me look.
I don't know how
It's a
much
good
that
ass
nigga got. He
payday.
was fucking with
And then
Eddie. He
imagine,
might have got $50
and then
fucking with
he wants
Ed.
you, and he wants you to do the rematch, and you not trying to do the rematch, but he like fucking, I throw you a fucking $15 million advance or some shit up
True.
front. What would you do with that type of money? Would you just say, man, I'm gonna just sit on it, or would you be thinking about going to the camp and working out and beat him again?
It depends
Damn.
on how
You got to do
easily.
what you got to do what Marvin Hagler did. Marvin Hagler, he bought a modest house, and he basically didn't really spend his money that much. So when he retired, he had 40 million in the bank, and then he
Exactly.
went to Italy and disappeared.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A lot of niggas don't do that.
he
That's
did.
a
He
one
did.
of one.
He did movies. He
Look.
didn't have to be a commentator. He didn't have to fight no more. He just chilled.
Right.
Look, that's what Marvin Hagler did. But y'all niggas, they're
Charlos.
what y'all gonna do is when y'all touch that money, y'all gonna be like, damn, how much that new Ferrari thing go? What the heck?
Nah, I ain't doing that.
You can have all that and still be responsible. You just need
Man,
to take
hold on.
you just need to take advantage of your physical condition, fight, make as much money as possible, and then worry about spending it. Like look at Jamel Charlo. Look at Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo is maximizing his physical potential because he don't want to fight forever. So he's taking advantage, taking away all doubt, clearing all the niggas y'all say fuck with him. And then guess what? After this, he probably gonna chill.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Look at Canelo, same thing.
Did I beat AJ as easily as Ruiz beat him the first time when I got this money?
Yes.
I'm spending the block on that nigga easy. I'm spending the block.
Right.
Yes.
Knock him right back the fuck out.
Nigga, what? What?
You just stopped him.
I'm not eating no donuts in no locker room. I'm spending the block on that man,
Yeah.
and I'm beating him again, bro. And then I'm buying my Ferrari.
Nick,
I'm
that's
buying my Ferrari with the
You think
rematch.
it's
money.
38?
Also,
That's
I'm looking at the
38
purses
do.
right now.
What would the fucking 27, 25 you do?
I'm
Who,
looking
me?
I'm looking at the purses right now. Apparently Ruiz got fucked. He only got like $1 million for the first fight, while AJ got like smooth 25.
But you know, because he was a replacement. He was a replacement, so he kind of won.
But
Right.
I'm
You know
sure
what I'm
they
saying?
probably gave
Yeah,
him
it was a cherry gone wrong.
for the next fight
But see, 27-year-old me would have probably bought.
a crib.
Yeah, I would have definitely bought a crib. I probably would have like
You always got to buy land
But
first.
see me, I always had kids, bro. Like I'm 38. I got a 20-year-old daughter. I got an 18-year-old son, and I got a 15-year-old daughter. So I always, my whole adult life, I always been a dad. You get me?
Okay.
So
Yeah, you
I'm
got
always thinking dad shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's different for me. I always been a dad, so I'm a bad example because I'm gonna buy. Look, I'm thinking paying my kids college. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying?
It's not. See, the thing is, it's not different for you because Andy Ruiz is a first generation immigrant, bro. They're
I am
responsible for
too.
more than just themselves. Okay, what I'm saying is he's responsible for more than just himself. So what he did was irresponsible on multiple fronts, bro. Go back and watch the 24/7 for the second fight.
Oh,
He's
so his
eating
mom is
pizza
from
right before
Mexico
the
or some
fight.
shit?
Yeah, it's people
Yes.
from Mexico. That nigga's from like La Puente or some shit. But
I
that's
thought
why
that
he
nigga
always
was from
trains.
California.
Well, he is, but that's why he always trains in Baja because he has a connection down there. Because I think one of his family members runs a gym or owns a gym or some shit.
Oh,
But the second fight. So the first fight he got 1 mil. The second fight he got 13 mil. So
yeah, that's why he fixed them teeth and all that shit after that
yeah,
second
he
fight.
bought a
Yeah.
Rolls Royce and shit. But
I wouldn't have did that with 13 mil.
But as you can see, the money then probably ran dry. You try to got to keep the wifey happy. You got to keep
Now
the
he trying
kids
to
happy.
get murked for some bread.
Yeah, now all of a sudden he wants to fight. He wants to fight all these people. Like, oh, I want to fight all the best heavyweights. Where was this energy while you were fucking throwing burritos back, nigga?
But nah, he did say he wanted to fight Wilder when he got them belts, though. He did say he wanted to fight Wilder and become undisputed. But Eddie Hearn dropped that rematch clause card on that nigga. And sabotage his damn room with fucking a buffet.
Really think about Wilder.
You say he sabotaged him.
He did. They don't even eat pork over there. My nigga had a pepperoni pizza in the Middle East, and they don't even eat pork over there.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
They
That
brought
nigga
that
did.
shit all the way from the UK just for him.
Oh my god, that son of a bitch. Eddie is trash, bro. That's fucking genius.
So you saying this? They booked a flight, and then on his flight, they made sure they can only serve fat food on that bitch.
Definitely. My nigga had a cornucopia pizza in there.
Bro, he probably got on a jet, and they said, "Oh, here you go. Here's some pizza."
Yep.
Oh my god, Eddie Hearn is a fucking evil genius. That shit is
Gave my
fucking
nigga
hilarious.
a Gucci robe, because he a nigga from the hood. So
and
when he got on the plane, they put a Gucci robe around him.
We're out of stock of water, so we only have Diet Pepsi. I mean, it's Diet Pepsi.
Oh my god, that's so true. Do you know how much money it would have? Do you know how much money it probably cost to get a whole real pepperoni pizza inside of a fucking Arab nation?
Exactly.
That shit must cost almost as much as the fucking fight.
Facts.
Oh shit.
Yo,
I mean, I went to Dubai. I had a pepperoni pizza.
They serve pepperoni pizza in Dubai around the month.
Maybe I'm tripping. Oh, around what time?
Nah, it's beef pepperoni. I've been to Dubai. It's beef pepperoni.
Oh, it's beef.
Okay.
Oh, they serve
I guess
beef
it must have been
Yeah,
beef.
I was clowning.
Oh, okay. Have you been to Dubai though? Like, are you just saying?
Yeah. I was in the military. I was going with we was in a desert dome and all that shit. I've been to Hotel New York. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been to Dubai a couple times.
I was over there with my fiance, but boy, it's hot in the motherfucker over there, boy.
It is hot as
Oh,
motherfucker.
congratulations! Look at you.
When's the last time you was there?
It was about 5 months ago, 6 months ago.
Okay,
boy,
so
that American dollar go a long way,
like
don't it?
Mercedes cabs and shit. I was down there in like 05, nigga.
Right. Yeah, that American dollar go a long way over there.
Oh, it do now?
Yeah.
Oh, that was eating us when I went there, nigga. It was 2-1.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, that's when they first became. They was, because before they was, I forgot what kind of money they got. But when I went over there, they first converted over to the the euro.
Yeah.
And that shit was eating, nigga. That shit was 2-1 when I went down there.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Europe is definitely like that. But in Dubai, yeah, that American dollar go a long way. So
the women out there. Oh shit! Nah, you was with your fiance.
Yeah, I mean that don't let me stop looking.
Nah. I'm talking about like like they
I put them covered up anyways.
It's really easy.
I got a bunch of bad bitches.
Look, I was. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure ain't nobody home. All right, look, I was in the military, right? And like whenever you in the military, you go to these ports, like they tell you not to go to whorehouses, but like over in the Middle East, a hotel or a bar and a whorehouse is usually attached, right?
Oh,
Hmm.
what?
Yeah, definitely. So when you
I
go
Damn.
didn't know
into
they had
these,
those over there.
oh no, yeah, most definitely. Hotel New York was a whorehouse when I first went there, my nigga.
That this it's a big. It's like so. It's a front for a brothel.
Nigga, it's not no front. You go in there when you all right. When you go in there, you want to I was drunk. I want to say when you go in there, it's the lobby, and then right to your left is a fucking club, right? You go into this bar, and it's nothing but women in here. It ain't even no dudes in there. You know what I'm saying? We went in there, and nigga, it's a brothel, and it comes like it's like
They
they
give you.
can't serve liquor. Do they serve liquor in Dubai now?
Um, I'm not sure. I don't really be drinking like that, so
Do they
I'm
give
the
you a?
wrong person to ask.
Do they give you a menu full of hoes like Rush Hour 2?
My nigga, swear to God, look,
He's
listen. I
like,
got a
he's
room.
like,
I got a
man,
room.
didn't you learn you can't stand in front of a black man in front of a buffet, some shit like that?
Definitely.
Right.
Bro.
Hey, look, I'm in the room. I'm in the room in Dubai, right? And we get a presidential suite, me and like four of my homies. So it was like $3,000 a night. So we split it four ways and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we
Hmm.
stayed we stayed like 2 nights. Cause we had, when you overseas, you get all this extra money. So you got hella bread. And
Right.
these motherfuckers brought us women, bro. They brought us like 6 women.
Wait,
Damn.
the hotel staff brought the hotel staff just brought women to the
Them
suite.
niggas thought
Like,
I was Marcus Camby, my nigga. They brought us women.
oh my
Nigga,
god.
I would not
I was
touch
signing autographs and
Man, them
everything,
NBA
man.
niggas get
hell.
all kinds of perks. Man,
Hey,
Hey,
I'm
they
never
followed
touching
me in the
that.
mall, nigga. Like they thought I was Marcus Camby. They followed me in the mall. Look, nigga, I'm 6'4". Like I'm not no fucking Marcus Camby 6'10", my nigga. You
They
know what I'm
don't. They don't be watching American TV like that. That's
all
why
y'all niggas look alike.
that's why
saying?
yeah. That's why in Japan they be like 10 years behind the style. They're still wearing Thriller jackets and shit. They don't be known.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Hey, D Hive, this nigga Jason said you be having them laughing on Twitter, snapping.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you been cooking on Twitter, man.
Yeah,
Man, people,
hey, I don't be going at you though. I be, you know what I mean?
no, I haven't. We haven't had any arguments or anything. I don't. What you talking about?
Your
Yeah,
boot slander, the boots.
some folks be like,
Oh,
man,
dude,
what's up with your
dude,
boy?
Boots. Let me tell you something. Boots is not my cousin. Okay, if y'all say Boot, like for example, I know Boots can get knocked out by Bud or Spence. I never said that Boots will easily clear them. I said that I think Boots would stop Bud, even though it could easily be vice versa. And I said that Boots barely beat Spence. I didn't say he washed him. So if people
Oh.
come and say Boots will get knocked out easy, that's not what bothers me. What
Hey,
bothers
bro.
what
Yeah. Go
hold
ahead.
on. What bothers me is when people try to insult my intelligence for saying these things, or they start saying stupid shit like Boots doesn't deserve it, blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, cut the mental gymnastics. Just so you don't want him fighting Errol Spence because you want Errol Spence fighting other people. It's okay if you say that. Just be honest about it. Because the reality of the situation is Boots is in the same position Errol Spence was when it came to Brook, and Boots is in the same situation as Ocampo was when it came to Spence. The difference is those people just chose to fight the mandatories. That's it. That's all. Terrence
I
Crawford
think
has proven
Hey,
who he is as a man. That's not going to happen. So I'm
hey.
only
So
advocating for the fights that I want.
true.
the reason why the boot slander is so big is because you got three camps. You got the Terrence Crawford camp fans. You know they view him as a threat, so they gonna shit on him. The Spence fans, same with them. The anti PBC I hate black fighters base, they don't like, and then obviously the Virgil Ortiz who are probably in that third base anyways. So
Virgil Ortiz don't have no real fans. Those are like leftover Canelo people that are losing hope. He don't that nigga. He ain't nothing. But people
I
treat me
mean
like
that's a lot of people, bro.
people treating me like I'm not a Spence fan. I've been cooking Crawford for how long now? People threw all that
Hey,
shit out the window when I'm talking about Boots now.
I've heard the craziest shit. They said Thurman would knock him out at this point. What's his name? What's that? Blair the Flair will give him a good fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I've heard all of it. Even YouTube channels that I respect that have like 100,000 subscribers are now saying that Boots is food, and I'm like, okay, cool. Let's set up the fights, and now they're saying, nah, Boots needs more seasoning. He needs to go back and fight somebody else. I'm like, why?
show
So
me.
yeah, I'm like, why? So when Boots is fighting somebody else, you're gonna say, oh, he could have been fighting champions, but he was too busy fucking around with these people. That's why he didn't petition the champions
Hey,
because he was scared. I'm like, dude,
hey,
just say you
Ugas.
guys don't want the fights.
Hey, there was a tweet about Ugas and Boots being on the undercard for Spencer Thurman,
That would be
and
fantastic.
both Boots and Ugas liked that tweet.
Ugas
Just
needs
saying.
to Ugas
That's
needs
why
to
I
get
love
ready.
you guys, man.
But,
I
but
Hey,
love
Ugas,
I'm
you
just
guys.
saying
but
the first step to making a fight is two niggas that want to fight each other.
yeah,
You
but Boots
wanna
not gonna
fight
get no credit. Boots
Rafa?
isn't gonna get any credit for that shit. He's gonna clear
Bro,
and,
they
and
gonna
get.
have to because that'd be the by far the best nigga on his resume
You're
as far
absolutely
as me.
right. And once he smokes him, he's not gonna get any credit.
Nigga, what? I give that motherfucker all the credit. Look, I am leading the charge with Boots ain't fight nobody, right? I'm one of the leaders. But if that nigga beat motherfucking who gets my nigga? He gets that credit, bro.
You know he
Who
not
gets
fighting.
No. It's not
He
if he
most
beats him,
likely.
bro.
Look,
It's
I'm
how he
who he
beats him.
fight next.
I don't give a fuck
Fighting
if it's a
uh,
if he washes him or if it's nip and tuck fight. You know
Well,
what I'm
I gotta keep
saying?
it a buck with you.
Is
If
this a
he
nip
goes in
and
there
tuck
and
fight?
goes to
Oh my
war,
god, that's
if he goes in
terrible.
there and
he
wins a
fight next
7-5 decision with Ugas, I'm off the bandwagon.
That's
Why?
bad. Ugas got 12
Yes.
knockouts, nigga. That's terrible.
All
No,
right.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. You could not be in a close fight with somebody past their best.
Bro,
If you can barely handle Ugas, you're not beating no champions.
hold on. How old is
Ugas got a
Ugas?
majority decision against Abel Ramos. Boots has to come in and clear this dude 12-0 or smoke him.
He beat
Yeah,
Manny
you gotta beat the shit
Pacquiao,
out of
bro.
him.
That's true. You're right, but still, it's just the same amount of credit that Spence would have got for Pacquiao. Niggas wouldn't have gave Spence that
Bro,
much credit. I would
you
have,
want to know
but
the
not
sign
the
of a
public.
special fighter? Like when you a special fighter and you a young contender, like when De La Hoya, when they put him in the ring with old ass Chavez, what did he do to him?
He smoked that motherfucker.
Yeah, when you put Terry in the ring with an old ass Sugar Ray Leonard, what did he do to him?
So
That's
hold
what
on. You
this.
don't think he
So
didn't? He
It's just like
smoked
when you,
fucking Pacquiao. He beat Pacquiao easy.
but no, the difference is
barely.
it's just like when you put no, he cleared Pacquiao,
He
but
Yeah, he
cleared
did.
Pacquiao.
it's just like when you put Spence in the ring with a Ugas that's never been stopped, and Spence stops him. Spence
Yeah, listen.
showed that he's levels above.
Yeah,
If Boots stops him, that's not levels above. That's same level. That's comparable. Okay,
but
yeah,
he
cool.
stopped him 2 rounds.
That's a little bit, but I mean, yeah, it's Ugas. You know, he's shop worn. He had his shit broke off. You know, I mean,
Man, that's hard to do.
it is hard to do, but you know, I'm just saying. He's like I said, he's shop worn. I'm gonna give him some respect, but I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna use that to be like, oh, Boots is
All right,
next
do y'all
level.
Yeah,
think he
and
beat?
this
Do
nigga
y'all think?
Ugas ain't gonna run.
Do y'all think he beat Sean? Or how do y'all see the Sean Porter fight? Sean Porter.
Tom Porter's tailor made for Boots.
I think I
I'm
don't
talking
think
about
he's
no for
tailor-made, but I
Ugas.
think
For Ugas, when he fought Ugas, do y'all think that Sean Porter should have walked away with his belt?
Uh, that
uh
was a 50-50 fight.
that
That
was
was
a
very
close
close.
fight, but I think that I don't think that Ugas did enough to win. And it's solely because a lot of the time, the way Sean Porter fights, Ugas, a lot of his hooks landed over the shoulder. His jab was inconsistent because Sean Porter has good head movement, and Sean Porter clinched and smothered a lot of Ugas's effective body work because Ugas doesn't know how to take a step back. So I think it was close. The arguments for a robbery are valid, but I personally had Sean Porter.
That was the best Ugas I've ever seen. To
Right,
be honest,
that's true. Because Sean Porter's hard to handle. Sean Porter's hard to handle.
yeah.
Because people forget Errol Spence got a split decision against Sean Porter. And some people say if that knockdown didn't happen, that Spence loses or it's a draw.
But we all know boxing fans are very fickle. Like
Yeah,
they all they off the
regurgitate shit they hear.
bandwagon now. But let's say Boots fights that Via dude next, and he knocks him out in 3 or 4 rounds or 5, and they're gonna be right back. Like look at Tank. Motherfuckers was getting on his ass for going to 12 with Isaac Cruz. Well, some people.
That's what I said
Um,
too. I'm like,
and then he
y'all,
knocks out
Shit out of
Hector
Cruz.
Garcia.
yeah,
I mean,
I
bro,
beat the shit out of Cruz with one hand in my eyes.
that's one of the comparisons I make. I'm like, y'all are saying that Tank beats the champion at 135. He went 12 with Cruz and lost rounds. Boots goes 12 with this dude and lost 0 rounds, and y'all saying that he gets washed by the top contenders? Like,
oh, and by the way,
it's
something that's very, very important to remember. This is why matchmaking is super important, bro. Tank, they make sure they put Tank in there with flat-footed Mexicans or Latinos gonna come to him so they can make that highlight reel knockout. I'm not trying to get on his resume, but I'm saying they don't really put Tank in there with boxers that much. Am I wrong?
Because it'll
Like,
be a boring fight.
exactly. So this is proof that Boots is being ducked to me because if you're a promoter on Showtime and you want to up this kid's like star potential, wouldn't you want to put him in there with somebody who's going to come to fight that can make a knockout?
Well,
But they
It's
couldn't
not
find
that
that.
simple.
yeah, they
But they
Not
couldn't
that
they
simple.
couldn't find that, so they
Well,
had to settle with Karen.
there's public evidence his Boots been ducked. Who said this? Fucking Sean Porter said he never fight Boots. Fucking Keith
Keith
Thurman said he
Thurman.
wasn't gonna fight Boots.
Yeah.
Danny
Fucking
Garcia.
Danny Garcia said he
Rashidi
wasn't gonna
Ellis
fight Boots.
just got finished ducking and paid for that bullshit.
Man, yeah, and then look, Rashidi Ellis. Ah, man, see, and he just
Dumbass
got
nigga.
robbed. So I feel like he should have fucking beat
Crowley.
that motherfucker. This should Rashidi Ellis or Boots should happen.
Honestly, I'm kind of happy that happened. I know, I understand, but because I prefer Boots versus Vila than Boots versus Rashidi Ellis.
I'm happy it happened because now Rashidi learned his fucking lesson. Yet again, this is why you don't duck, because you might fuck around and lose to somebody you're not supposed to. Lomachenko learned this the hard way. Tiafimo learned this the hard way. Kambosos almost learned this the hard way. Canelo learned this the hard way. Don't you think Canelo probably kicking himself wishing he took that PBC deal? He would have had a better chance against Charlo, which is dumbass.
I knew it was gonna happen. And low key, I knew Vila was gonna be. Vila was gonna be Rashidi. I feel like low key Showtime wanted that to happen too.
Definitely, that was a bad
we got to give Dirk his respect. He's the only one on the panel that called that shit.
But listen, that shit was a setup, bro. This nigga Rashidi Ellis been out of the ring for 27 months, my nigga. Like, come on, B.
Fair enough, but I don't like that nigga anyway, so I ain't mad.
Yeah, that nigga look like I ain't had nothing for him either though. So
nigga talking crazy on there, like you know you're not like that, nigga. You ain't like that, nigga. What are you talking about?
Some people speculate that this is Espinosa getting revenge on Speedy for because Espinosa has the thing against the Golden Boys, so he probably offered Speedy something. Speedy turned it down on some bullshit. Now Espinosa's like, now I'm gonna use your dumbass as a sacrifice for talking all that shit.
Yeah, same thing that would happen to Bud. Same thing that's gonna happen to Bud.
I'm not gonna lie. Those rumors about him ducking Virgil Ortiz, they starting to look valid.
I know. I didn't want to say that on live. Oh my god.
You said who?
Them rumors about Rashidi ducking Virgil at Golden Boy, they're starting to look valid.
The only reason I don't believe it is because De La Hoya said it, and De La Hoya's on fucking drugs, and he's a rapist. So I don't give a fuck about anything that De La Hoya says. But
if you go on Ortiz Twitter, he liked the tweet that says this is why Rashidi didn't want to fight Ortiz.
Well, of course he did, but at the same time, Virgil Ortiz denies that Robert Garcia said they need 48 months to fight Boots, which actually happened. So that kid is, he's trying not to end up exposed like these dudes. He's on his way to building stardom. People say he beats all these people, and now he's in a situation where he has to be careful trying to prove it. He almost died trying to make weight fighting McKinson, and we don't know if he's gonna, he's already missed weight 3 times before, so we don't know if he's gonna be at welterweight or 154.
No slack for that, D. He gets no slack for
that nigga likes to eat, bro. He's from Texas. Him and Spencer got an eating problem.
People ride tank ass for missing weight, but Virgil Ortiz missed weight fucking 3 times and almost fucking died.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Trying to make 147.
Do you think that's the reason why he won't put him in the ring with the top guys? Because he ain't disciplined enough? Ortiz.
No, it's because
they tried to get him in the ring with Stanionis.
But Stanionis all of a sudden his fucking guts exploded. Appendicitis.
Yeah, that motherfucker be trained too damn hard. I kind of know his personality. He be trained too damn hard. He probably taking body shots and he just sparring too much. That's what happens.
No, appendicitis is pretty common, bro. I had appendicitis when I was younger too. I'm 28 now. I had appendicitis when I was like 21 or something like that. You feel me? I was playing baseball. It wasn't no workout stuff. It could just happen, bro. And that's like a core issue too.
You're gonna miss all those workouts, and then you got to go through surgery, and then you just gonna come straight out of that surgery, and then go straight into fighting Virgil Ortiz after you get your stomach done in.
He's gonna need time off, bro. So,
and it's funny because I said, Boots would be a good replacement. And now motherfuckers said, oh no, that'd be too easy for Virgil. I'm like,
Virgil, it'll be too easy for Boots. It'll be too easy for Virgil.
Okay, then you should. This is what I don't understand about these Crawford Spence and Ortiz fans. Like, if he got
they're saying that.
Dude,
yeah, bro. If he got all these holes and these weaknesses, y'all should be begging for the fight.
Every group is now saying their fucking guy. Every group is now saying their guy clears Boots, but the one thing all the fan base has got in common is they don't want Boots to fight their guy.
Right, it's like a bunch of motherfucking hyenas.
I want Earl to fight him. Let's be clear.
I want Earl to fight Boots too, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about real fans like y'all. I'm talking about the goddamn groupies. The motherfuckers who
I'll give Earl so much respect if he fought Boots. Like, bro, like
win or lose. Earl Spence is the best welterweight of this generation.
Yeah, because niggas that are 30+ Euro champions, they usually don't fight young contenders for a reason. At least dangerous ones.
Not at all.
They don't do that. Like
that's why Floyd got so much respect for fighting Canelo.
Yeah,
But they
but
shitted
also
on Spence
Floyd
for
ain't no
fighting
dummy.
Canelo.
He knew that Canelo's style was tailor made for him.
Yeah,
And then
that's
when he
true.
beat Canelo, they was like he was too green. He got the disrespect.
Yeah, that's
Bro. Them
true.
niggas
That's true. That's
disrespected the
true.
fuck out of Floyd
Good
beat
But
point.
I
that's
mean,
just
why you
because
think?
that's just
Go ahead.
Floyd. That's just because Floyd is Floyd. Like Floyd's black. He's loud. He makes a lot of money. They would have done that to whoever. They're like they talk about Spence is too green. I mean the Boots is too green for Spence. I'm like that's because you guys are ready to discount the win because you niggas don't like Spence. Like that's what it is. Like you guys are just ready to discount the win. That win will be a generational win. It'll be a Canelo level win that you should get all the respect for. But you niggas are already prepping for
Unless
bullshit.
unless Spence like really like beats up Boots, like where he could, like, shorten his career type of shit.
That would
Because
give Spence all
Huh?
the more respect.
That was,
Yeah,
yeah,
and a lot of
yeah,
people
to me.
and look,
I don't see that happening.
hey, and people don't realize like when you fighting Spence, like I done said this in every Spence video I ever made. You're fighting the whole system, bro. His coach, you fighting not only your
Yeah.
coach is not as good as Derek fucking James, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you coming into
Hey,
the fight at a disadvantage.
hey,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
for Spence fans, here's something I'm gonna lay on the table. Spence has never been in the ring with somebody that got the same type of arsenal that he got. Maybe even a higher caliber arsenal. Maybe he got better fundamentals than Boost, but Boost got enough firepower to deal with him. He's never been in the ring with somebody like that. Sean Porter can't crack. Kell Brook don't hit as hard as Earl. He don't got the kind of work rate that Earl got. He's never been in the ring with somebody with this kind of firepower, and vice versa.
That's
So what I'm
true.
saying
Well,
is,
no.
don't think this shit gonna be easy, or because
Nah,
he's
it's
some
not.
young blood.
When he fights Keith, that'll be more of an experience. I'll tell you that much.
Definitely.
That's true. Yeah, Keith is probably the hardest. Yeah, isn't shit? Yeah, Keith probably the hardest puncher you ever fought, aside from maybe
Yeah,
Brook.
And in terms of the variety of punches too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
yeah. And this ain't even prime Keith.
if we see the Keith that was in there with Barrios in there with Earl, I mean, I think Earl will win, but it might be a little interesting.
Before I say Boots got all this power, bro, I want him to knock out a nigga that at least had a belt, bro. Sergey Lipinets, nobody gave Earl credit for beating Sergey Lipinets. Nobody gave
Did Earl fight
nobody.
Lipinets?
No, hold on. What's the other nigga from South Africa? This nigga beat.
Oh, Van Heerden. Well, that's because Van
Van
Heerden
Heerden.
headbutted his way out the fight.
Niggas gave this nigga so much credit for fighting
Hey,
Van
look,
Heerden and Phil
when I
DeGreek.
seen Errol Spence, man, he beat the shit out of Van Herden. But you know what's
He
crazy?
did.
Man? He threw a lot of punches. It took him a little minute to stop, dude.
It took Boots 2 punches to get Van Heerden ready to go.
Man,
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. Errol
Vince
Spence
fought
really
Van Herden in
everything.
fucking 2014.
Nah, that's not why, nigga. He said he fought both of them. He said Boots hits way harder than Earl Spence.
It's the
Bro.
same. It's the same with
Van
Delorme.
Heerden
And
was
that
way
power,
older, bro. Like he was
Well,
way
that
older.
power
You
goes
can't
from
take
round
these
1 to
people
round
Van
12
serious.
too.
Herden in
It's
2015.
the same with Delorme. Delorme went 6 with Crawford. He went all 10 with Stayonis. He didn't last 1 round with Boots.
Bro, I
Hey,
was
when
watching
niggas don't come to survival booths, they don't
Look,
survive.
I fuck with
Period.
Spence heavy, but bro, he was doing everything. The jab up top, the uppercut, the left, the right to the body, the overhand, and
Yeah,
like
he hit him with the Lamont Peterson.
Peterson, the whole Lamont Peterson, that combination.
Treated the nigga like a heavy bag.
That's
And
why I don't understand why niggas say that if Earl would have caught him with that shit, he would have been out of there. Like, when did Earl turn to Deontay Wilder?
I want to see
Like,
what
he
Earl
can
Power
crack.
looks like 54 though.
Yeah,
True enough. Earl might be drained.
Honestly, I think that if Errol Spence does some crazy shit like knock Keith Thurman out with 1 punch or something like that, I don't think he's gonna come down to 147. He's gonna be in love with that power. He's gonna be like, shit, why the fuck would I drain myself down? Fuck that. Come on.
I am interested to see what he looks like at 54. I'm not gonna lie.
And people are crazy. They talking about he needs to fight Castano and Lubin off top. I'm like, as his first fight at 154, calm the fuck down. Who the fuck is
He
y'all?
said he should fight Toronto
being
in his
paid.
first fight.
That
You
shit
know,
would be
D-Hive.
that'd be crazy.
I got one more.
Black fighters, we got that super Negro complex. So where when we move up, we got to fight the best of the very best,
Yeah.
very first fight.
Yeah, and
Meanwhile, Canelo's get the rocky field and skate their way up to the top.
yeah, cops in social science, police officers have the same phenomenon. It's called superhumanism. They see black suspects as stronger, faster, larger, so they feel the need to shoot quicker. That's the psychological makeup. I get so sick of
Same
that
thing
shit.
in medicine.
Yeah,
In medicine, they think that black people have thicker skin, so they can take more pain. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, we have higher pain
And then
tolerance.
it's like all
Yeah,
type of crazy stuff.
you gotta go to 154 and fight Castano off top. Nigga, calm down, calm the fuck down. Hold on.
But I will say about about Boots though, and Earl has to fight Boots within the next 2 years though. or it's over for him. He ain't gonna be able to beat him.
Shit, I mean,
He's probably
honestly,
gonna
We'll see.
retire before
We'll
fighting that
see.
nigga.
I don't know. We'll see.
I want Earl to fight Boots, but let me tell you, if he doesn't, I'm not gonna shit on him. I get
Nah,
it.
ain't no need
No,
to shit
no,
on
no,
him.
Yeah.
no, no, no. Hold up. I will, and let me tell you why.
Oh
That
shit.
Oh
little
my
that
God,
that
why?
little tweet, that little tweet he had Saturday night. Nah, nigga, fuck that.
Hey, that
You
shit
with
was
that
Oh my
funny,
little
bro.
God.
Look,
LOL, nah, that sneak dissing shit, bro. You got to see me now. Fuck
But that
that.
shit
hey,
was
Don't be
funny
so
though.
sensitive, man. Nah, you
hey,
got to
nah,
don't be
nah,
so
nah. I get what
sensitive.
you coming
Boots
from
been throwing
because
jabs at early in time. That's the game, man.
No, you can't talk shit from behind.
hold on 1 second, bro.
Oh man, you
I
low as
get what
hell.
you coming from, Dirk Banks, because what he said was, even though he didn't say a lot, he definitely did say a lot by just saying LOL.
Yeah, y'all know he was talking that shit.
Because that's him talking that shit, like, bro,
We
like this
all
is the
was saying
nigga.
LOL after that fight though.
Man,
Man,
like
that's
I
because
feel
you
like
niggas is
like
greenies. Yeah, I
Eh,
wasn't saying LOL. I was like,
I
man,
was.
word.
Nigga,
I
I
know
was
D
like,
Hop
yo.
is.
nigga, Boots been talking for like months, bro. Let's be clear. Talk about I want the big fish. I'm going trying to go fishing and stuff
that's
like
what you're
that.
supposed to do,
That's
bro. You're
part
a
of the game.
contender.
And that's what Earl's supposed to do is LOL. That's part of the game. Don't be so
Okay,
sensitive.
but what I'm saying is that means that you also want to fight.
Nah, man.
All
I'm
I
just
said
saying,
was,
like he
all
wouldn't
I
be saying
said
that shit
was,
That
just to
mean you
like.
think some.
all I
That
said
mean you
was that
think something funny. That's all that means.
Errol Spence has put in enough work at welterweight to where if he retires without fighting Boots, I completely understand it. Crawford has yet to do any motherfucking thing. He should be the
Thank
one.
you.
He should be the one screaming that he needs to fight Boots because Crawford, if Crawford retires without fighting like any notables, like bro, it's up. If he
Bro,
doesn't fight Spence, if he doesn't fight Boots, if he doesn't fight
He
Virgil,
undisputed. He
I
undisputed,
I, I
yeah,
baby.
got
so is
I
Josh
got a
Taylor.
question
And
for
nobody
y'all.
gives a fuck.
I got a question for y'all, and this is very important.
Hmm.
So, who's the biggest star from 47 to 54 in boxing?
Spence,
Earl.
Earl Spence, right?
yeah.
Now,
Earl.
yeah, exactly. Now, in the history of boxing, bro, you cannot become a star yourself unless you knock off a person who is a star. That's why Canelo. I
Earl
mean, that's
did
why
without doing
Who did
that.
Canelo knock off? That was a fucking
Canelo
star.
knocked
You
off
talking
a
about?
bunch of legends. They might not have been at their best, but they were still legends. They had big names. He knocked off Cotto. He
No,
knocked off
Who did
Mosley,
Earl knock
and
off?
he
Canelo got big off of a loss though, but
well, Earl tried to knock off Pacquiao, and that's why Earl is not really as a star as he could be. He's not as big a star as he could be. And he's about to fight Thurman, who
But
got a
he is a
name.
star though, right?
well, no, the
God
Yeah,
boxing,
save.
the
what
But
I'm
he's a
saying
reality.
is,
star though,
bro.
right?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, if Boots don't get a Crawford or a Spence fight, he's gonna always be stuck as a mid-level great fighter, but not a star.
He's not
Well,
We
going to
don't
go
know
So
that.
to Spence
nah,
We
or
don't
nah,
know
both
nah,
that.
fights, but we
nah.
don't.
Who,
Yeah, you're right.
he
We
gonna
don't.
be another Andre Ward, bro.
who Boots?
Oh no,
Yes,
no,
No,
Boots is
no,
far
yeah, he's
more
still he
exciting than
young. He
Andre.
like
Boots is a
24. You know, he
style
like
that's appealing
24,
to
my nigga.
fans, bro.
Yeah.
unless Virgil Ortiz becomes this big, name and him at because if Virgil Ortiz gets knocked off and Boots the only one at 47 doing anything, he can't become a star because you need a rival.
Virgil
Because
Ortiz can fuck off and get beat up by a nobody. Like honestly, he's like if they
nah, he's good.
no, he is good, but he's the type that if they match him wrong, like you saw what Green Beans was in there doing to him. You saw what McKenzie was
Yeah,
able to do for the first 2 rounds. If they match him wrong, he'll fuck around and lose. Like for example, like somebody like Villa, I think Virgil will stop Villa, but if Villa gets off a bad punch, like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so
so
I
win or lose, bro, Boots needs that Earl Spence fight. Like I know y'all like Spence, but he needs that fight in order to go to that next level in terms of stardom.
Not,
Look,
not.
man.
I
Look,
don't
man.
think so
I get that you.
because
Hmm
I'm gonna say
Go
one
ahead,
thing.
bro. My fault.
I don't think so simply because Boots is what 24 years old,
25.
25.
25 years old. You know what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me in what 7 years, which make him what 33, 32? They ain't gonna come up with some other triple G fucking killer. First of all, he's not gonna be at 47 for another year and a half. This nigga's gonna be at 54. His
Right.
most of his career is gonna be at
I
54.
mean, I mean that's what niggas thought about Earl Spence, and it's what 5 years, 7 years later, he's still at 47.
But it's over the belts. That's it.
Earl had a number
That's
of
what I'm saying.
tragic
Politics, bro.
events too, bro. You can never predict anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
yeah, he
thing is,
got two
here's the
cars.
thing. I get again. I can throw that in your face too. Like I get that you're a super Boots fan, and I'm a Boots fan too, bro. But like stars are made in different ways. Sometimes they become organic. Sometimes they feed off of others. You feel what I'm saying? So for me personally, like think about it like this: Manny Pacquiao was becoming a star without fighting any superstar. he just built it up by beating
He
off
had to fight
Floyd's flaws.
Morales,
When
Yeah,
I
I was
say
gonna say he was
beating
fighting
Floyd's
Morales.
leftovers.
Well,
but
yeah,
Was
but
Eric
he still
Morales a
beat
huge star? You're
Barrera and
talking about
Morales
star.
though.
You're talking about superstars. No. You're talking about. You said that they need to fight another superstar to become a superstar. Who?
Yeah,
Eric Morales and Barrera were not superstars. They were stars.
that's what I'm saying. Even no, I don't call
What was
Earl a
all the?
superstar. Earl is not a superstar. He's a star.
Right, I mean,
Superstar is like for Floyd
okay.
and Pacquiao.
look at Tank. Tank has not beat any fucking remotely anything close to a superstar, and
Right.
he is the
Here's the
guy.
difference with Tank. Tank got a lot of clout off of Floyd, so that gave him a bunch of attention in the beginning.
That's also true because when niggas talk about Tank, they
Well,
was
then
like,
what about what then
but
Ryan?
Floyd said, dumbass.
Other people got Floyd too, and they didn't
I was
become
about to say
stars. So I don't know.
Even
Yeah.
even Earl got clout off of Floyd because of the sparring.
Floyd, y'all know Floyd got like 6
Bro,
fighters, right?
Yeah,
yeah, word.
like
It's like, yo, it's
Luis
more than just that.
Luis Arias and Richardson Hitchens were signed to TNT, and them niggas ain't go nowhere.
Go nowhere, nigga.
Jelio
Yeah,
Love
but
and EJ
Floyd didn't
Smith
show up
were
publicly with them
TNT
niggas.
fighters. They not stars. Like, bro, sometimes you
But
just
yeah, but
gotta
Floyd's
build.
not is not publicly showing up with these niggas, like putting his brand on them, like
Well,
saying, "Hey, these guys are next superstars." He's not
Dirk,
saying that.
I understand what you're saying, but I respectfully disagree. Like Cozy said, Boots has a fan friendly style, and the thing is too, people already identified the next generation of welterweight. Now I'll say this: if Boots doesn't knock those dudes off, then yeah, he may have a serious problem. But basically, people are already looking at Spencer Crawford like the old guard is gone. They're either going to fight each other, go up to 154, but people aren't really concerned about what they do after that. So I
I
can
mean,
understand.
who's to say
I
Spence
kind
don't
of feel
stick
bad.
around till
Though
37?
I kind of feel bad for Boots though, because
Yeah,
Why?
Boots is in the
when
same exact
when he
situation
got
that
the
Jamal Charlo is in right now.
well, Boots got the opportunity to showcase his skills in front of the black community. I ain't gonna lie, that shit look
Look
it
rough.
looked
Niggas
so
was
good.
going them.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
matchmaking,
That's
man.
sad,
Matchmaking
bro.
is so important.
Well, the reality is that nobody had
Bro,
tape on this dude. The tape on this dude was fucking 4 years old. Nobody had been able to watch this motherfucker.
Why? I mean, why
Listen,
agree to
man.
that fight then?
Yeah, and this is my thing, bro. Listen, if you gonna declare yourself the future, there's gonna be points where, listen, if you don't knock the guy out, that's just what it is. You can't make excuses. And I'm not even mad at the Boots thing. I think Boots, it was fine. Things happen as they grow. But my thing is Dirt, and I'm not even trying to like argue. I'm just saying it sounds like you making every excuse for Boots. I understand you're a huge fan, but bro, it's not always gonna be perfect. You feel me? I think Boots got
Wait
time
a
to be
minute.
a
I'm not.
star.
All I'm saying is I want him to fight Earl Spence. I'm not making no excuses for him.
Nah,
I
you
want him to
said
go towards the
when
smoke.
what's his name? You said matchmaking matters when they said when Art was talking about he had his time to shine and they was booing him. It's like
Well, no,
it's not
Dirk.
just matchmaking. He could have done things to cut off the ring and stuff
No,
like that too. And
Oh yeah, definitely.
what Dirk was saying was that in order to reach the appropriate level of stardom, he would have to knock Spence off. That's what Dirk was saying.
Oh well, shit.
Yes.
I'm gonna holler at y'all though.
yeah,
Good talking to y'all. My wife home. I gotta spend some time with the lady. You don't already know.
I feel that.
All right,
Yes, sir,
we have
brother.
a
Good little
Take it easy, my man.
conversation. Whenever
All right,
I see
brother.
y'all on, man, I'm gonna jump on, man. Yeah, hey, everybody that can hear me, go to Art Man Apparel. Everybody asked me about my Crawford hoodie. You feel me? You should go get you one. Look, hey, I got a Crawford hoodie. Y'all heard me talk shit about Crawford. I like both of them niggas. I don't got no Earl hoodie.
I don't like Crawford, but y'all subscribe to Hustler's Home too. He makes videos weekly.
Y'all salute.
Yeah,
Peace.
Facts.
I don't
Salute,
like
bro.
Crawford.
Hey, because look,
Fuck
man, Floyd basically built Canelo. He put this nigga on his undercards, and then he gave this nigga an opportunity to fight him, and now Canelo's the biggest star in boxing.
Well, Floyd,
So, like,
Floyd.
I'm saying if you can do that for a Mexican nigga, why can't this brother Earl Spence do that for another brother in Earl Boots Ennis?
Okay, well, Spence is
Can I tell
Floyd.
you?
Spence isn't Floyd.
Oh no, he's like, I don't give a fuck about that shit, man.
Yeah, can I tell you though?
Go ahead, bro.
Can I tell you though? Can I tell you why it's not gonna happen? Because he signed to Cameron Duncan, not Al Heyman. So technically, he's not a PBC fighter. He's a Showtime fighter. So them even putting him as the co-main for the Tank thing is them doing him a solid. Let's be clear about that. He's getting some good looks for a guy not being on PBC but being able to fight on PBC fights. That's a real good slot. So listen, Boots, you just got to take advantage of that.
Well, with this Karen situation, his relationship with Showtime is going to be a little worse because now the Heyman going to be like, look, nigga, I put you out there. I served you up with somebody nobody knew, and you decide to lay an egg on me now, you son of a bitch. How am I supposed to make a case for
Well,
you?
Al Heyman ain't gonna do that. If
Shit,
Al Heyman was smart, he would realize that his main guy Earl Spence ain't getting no younger, and that this is my next guy at Showtime. Because let's be real, Top Rank got all the young talent.
are you recommending that Al Heyman
Boots is not a.
are you recommending that Al Heyman sacrifice Earl Spence to Boots? Not that I'm saying that
Yes,
probably be a
Yeah,
sacrifice.
like
You
what
know
are you
what's
not
saying?
That's
now,
crazy.
You know what's
now,
crazy
but
though?
eventually.
I was thinking that at a time. I was thinking that at a time, like, damn, the way that people talking about Boots and looking at Spence, like, man, what if they looking at Spence like, man, he didn't get in too many car accidents and he fucking up. Let's just replace this nigga with the next guy because he younger.
Thurman is a sacrifice. Spence is a toss up.
Man, I watched that Ugas fight again last night. Spence and
Until they
Ugas.
got Tank. Tank getting up there too.
Man,
Exactly,
please make that fight. That's all I gotta say. Please make that fight because niggas is talking reckless.
bro. Boots
Yes,
is not an Al
including
Heyman
Earl
fighter,
Spence.
bro.
Do you think there's a? Do you
Boots is
think?
not an Al Heyman fighter. Earl is.
Hey, I
It
asked this
was
question. I asked this
Cozy is
question a
correct.
while ago. Hold on, guys. Do y'all think that there's a fighter today that we're gonna be seeing fighting at like 37, 38,
Yes.
39
Oh
Wilder,
hell no. I don't know
against
about
top
that.
competition?
Wilder.
Can you see Spence doing that and
No,
Bud?
I don't know if Spence
Nah,
loved boxing like that
Bud
for him
has
to
never
be
fought
around
top
that long.
competition, so he definitely not doing it
Can you
now.
see Javante fighting at 37?
Hell no, he
Tank,
definitely don't love boxing.
yeah, Tank doesn't
nah.
even like boxing.
Tank gonna be
Think
up by
about it.
like 33, bro.
Floyd was fighting niggas at 37 years old, bro.
The only
36.
ones I see doing that with the passion for the sport is maybe Shakur.
That's because Floyd was making hundreds of millions of fucking dollars every time he came out. Like that's a massive incentive. These dudes for 10, 20, especially now that money's not going as far as it used to with inflation and shit. These niggas just want some bread and they trying to dip. They trying to do other shit.
I mean, it's
So,
hard to
so,
predict shit like that.
so let's just say there's like some new welterweight, like let's say Keyshawn Davis or something becomes like the man or some shit, and they're talking about, man, Errol Spence, you should come out and fight this nigga. Do you think some shit like that would ever happen?
No.
He'd
Not
be out of his
Keyshawn Davis.
damn
What
mind
about
to come
Devin
out
Haney?
trying to
I
fight
think that's a
somebody
bad
like that.
example. Devin Haney. What if Devin Haney becomes like the fucking man and he moves up to like 147? You
I mean,
think
No.
any
let's do
niggas
the
will come
math.
out of
How
retirement to
long?
fight that nigga?
Let's do the math.
Nah,
Dev
man.
might be at 147 in about 3 years, maybe. Earl is
Maybe 4 or
32.
5.
Earl would not. Once Earl moves up, he's not going back down.
What if they
Facts.
You
said let's
know.
be at a catch weight 150?
Crawford versus Spence, catch weight.
No, Spence versus Haney or some shit.
Wow, Spence versus Haney. What the fuck did Haney do to deserve that shit?
I don't
I
know.
was about to say Earl
I'm
would put
just
a
trying to think
beating
of
on
the
him if
future,
he's on his
man.
prime. I hate to say it.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying. What did
in
Haney
the
do to
history of
deserve such
boxing,
ass whooping? What the fuck is that?
in the history of boxing,
What the fuck kind of shit
all
is
I know
that?
is
Like,
in the
oh,
history. What would we describe
Will
Earl
there
as? A
ever be
pressure
another
fighter or a
Terry
boxer
Norris
puncher?
versus Sugar Ray situation or Oscar De La Hoya versus Chavez situation with
Man,
these
I can't see
fighters
Devin
today?
beating the shit out of Earl Spence. That's crazy.
no. Let's not even put that energy out there. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Haney versus
Matter of fact, Dev,
yeah.
as big as he is, motherfucker's big enough to go to
I'm just
147
using
right
them.
now.
I'm just
Like,
using
let's
them
have
as an
Tank
example.
versus
I'm just
Boots.
saying, like,
Get
do
the
you think
fuck
there's
out of
gonna
here.
be fighters today
No, let's see
that's going
Dev
to be
versus
fighting
Boots.
that
Oh
long
my
past their
fucking god.
prime
Okay,
and shit?
you know what? This man said Dev versus Boots. I'm sick of this shit. Cut it off. Like, what are you talking about? I don't make
As
no
big as he
sense.
is, he big enough to go to
Dude
welterweight.
is a super Boots fan. I'm telling you, bro.
Oh my, that
Derek,
fight's
I
not
get
even.
it. You feel me? That's your guy.
If that fight was ever made, I will call the police and have Boots locked up for child endangerment. That doesn't make
What,
any
Boots
fucking
versus
sense.
Haney?
That doesn't make any sense. Boots is basically Haney with fucking more speed and more power. Like, it doesn't make no sense.
That's what I'm saying. What if they fought down the line?
I gotta tell you, I will call the police on Boots and say he is threatening a child,
Well, I
and
mean, people
I'll
are gonna
make up
say the
something.
lateral. Yeah, I was just kidding, of course. But
You
some
know
of these
who?
dudes at 135, like Ryan Garcia, could
Y'all
fight
think
at
Sean Porter
welterweight.
gonna come out of retirement?
For Boots, no.
Nah.
Maybe if Boots was undisputed welterweight champion of the world, yeah, but
Yeah,
not,
yeah. If Boots become a star, yeah, he might do that.
of
But
course, because Sean Porter
right
still got to
You
now,
know,
work for a
Bill.
living.
You know, Bill Haney said he wanted Dev to fight Regis in his like second or third fight at 140. I said,
Oh, oh.
that's not a
I
great
want to see
idea,
that.
bro.
I got
That's
Haney
the
winning
last
that shit.
person I'd put him in there with. Ooh, I don't
I
know.
No,
I wanna
hell
I
no.
wanna see it, but
I want to see it.
third or
I
fourth,
think Regis stops him, bro. I'm gonna
I don't
keep it a
see it.
buck with you.
I don't think he stops
Dev
him.
gotta really grow into 140. I'm saying if he fights him in his second or third fight, he's getting stopped, bro. Dev gotta
Yes,
grow into
I
140.
don't know. I've
yeah,
never
he
seen
gotta.
Regis fight a boxer, like a
That's
pure
what I'm
boxer.
saying.
Because
He
Like,
probably.
bro, nigga, you acting like if the white boy can get off on fucking Regis, you said fucking Dev can't.
well,
That's
that
still
white
probably
boy
gonna
is
Nigga,
a
be
if
good
hard.
inside
Jojo
fighter.
Diaz can land punches
I
on Dev, you don't think Regis can? That's what I'm saying.
True,
Yeah, Regis can
true.
get in there and
Well,
rearrange.
well, to be fair, Dev actually came to fight in that one, so I don't think he's gonna try to do that with Regis. He'd be out of his mind.
exactly. What if you just
He don't
outbox
got
him?
no
That's
choice,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. The game is not called knockout; it's called boxing. What if Dev
Yes,
outboxed Regis?
He very
that's
well
that
Dev
could
can.
be the case.
outboxed. Look,
I gotta see
But
what the power
Regis
talks about
literally
at
said,
140.
look, Regis literally said, he said, man, I ain't gonna lie. Shakur Stevenson got on my ass in sparring, got
Yep,
on his
he sure
ass.
yes,
did.
A boxer.
he's a
Now, what
south.
if Haney
He's
get
a
in his
southpaw.
ass and the clock is ticking. Next thing you know, it's the 12th round and it's over. And the only
Regis
thing
is more
you try to
vulnerable.
do was throw some fucking hard ass uppercuts and
He's
shit,
a
and that shit
southpaw,
missed.
man.
Well,
He's
yeah,
shown that he's a southpaw.
like what Cozy said, he's a southpaw, and even southpaws fail to realize that they also need southpaw experience. Southpaws have advantages when they fight orthodox fighters because orthodox fighters usually don't know what to do. But when a southpaw fights another southpaw, all the advantages are taken away. That's why Jamel Herring, his handicap is southpaws. He can't overcome it.
Facts. And on top of that, again, I always say this. Listen, and this is not to take away credit from Dev, but none of these guys, the young guys, have fought anybody who is just as athletic as them in the ring yet. You feel me?
Nope.
When Regis gets in there and he can match his athleticism and he forces him to fight and
Regis
not
is
just
nowhere
box,
near as
it's a
athletic as Dev.
different story.
Dude, no. I love
Hell
Devin
no.
Haney, but that's no. Regis
Bro,
is the
no,
same kind of
boy, near
athlete
the
or
same
better.
athlete.
Or better.
Yeah.
Regis could be better.
I don't know, man. He don't look light on his feet to me.
He's not because he sits on his punches.
Fair enough.
I'm the biggest Devin Haney supporter on the panel, and I'm telling you, no, that shit is not sweet at all. Devin Haney, there's a good possibility Regis fuck around and rearrange his shit. Like that's why Bill Haney. I understand Bill Haney is emotional because Devin Haney is massively disrespected by the public. Devin Haney is massively disrespected by black fans, and I understand what he's going through because he's a father, and it sucks to fucking see. Bill Haney and
Well, y'all
Devin
know
have
how I feel about Devin Haney. You know that little meme, "You're not that guy."
right, yeah.
He's not that guy that y'all think he is.
But
The
you
guy
want
you
this
think
nigga to
he
fight
is,
Regis?
no. The guy is that Puerto Rican nigga y'all be hating on, Mr. Shakur Stevenson. That's
That's
the guy.
that's perfectly fine. So why are you saying that he should fight? Oh, well, you just said that Bill Haney said he wants to fight Regis.
No, I ain't say
I
that.
said Bill Haney said. I said that.
All right. Well,
Yeah, he said that.
Dirk is giving Haney like a super good chance against Regis. What's up? Where you getting this from, my nigga?
I'm just saying. Well, I think Shakur and Dev will beat Regis. I don't think Regis can fuck with both of
I
them.
gotta see it. I
Yeah,
gotta see it
That'd be a
first.
good
yeah.
fight. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like stylistically, that's the boxer puncher usually loses to the pure boxers. You know?
I like Devin Haney more than you do, but you are giving Devin Haney a better chance against Regis than me. I'm realistic. That is some dangerous
Fair enough.
shit. That is
Fair enough.
walking.
But
That is
would you
walking on
describe
lava.
Regis as a boxer puncher?
Yes.
Yeah, more puncher than boxer, but sure, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Boxer punchers usually struggle with pure boxers, especially if they're equal. And I mean,
Boxers
I won't
usually
say equal.
struggle with pressure fighters, though. That
Yeah,
are
but
sharp
Regis is not really a
punches.
pressure fighter.
That's true. Regis is not a
Yes,
pressure
he
fighter.
is.
No, because if Regis was, he would have ran Josh Taylor the fuck over.
Yeah.
What did you think? Hold on. Did you think he was a pressure fighter in that Zepeda fight we just watched?
Not
Not
particularly.
really. He was
No.
doing a little bit of both. Sometimes he'd walk him down, but sometimes he would let Zepeda initiate
Use a
offense,
jab.
and he would just counter punch.
Yeah,
That's true.
I mean,
You know what? That's fair.
But Regis, I like the adaptations that Regis has made because when he tried to be a pressure fighter, especially against Josh Taylor, he ended up making
Josh
himself
Taylor,
more
yeah.
vulnerable than he needs to be. Yeah, because I thought Regis won that fight, but he did all that dumb shit coming in with his hands down and made it close.
Honestly, that's my favorite type of fighter. I like boxer punches like Tank and Inoue. Those like complete fighters. Did I say Inoue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow, he's a good
Or even Bud Crawford.
fighter.
I actually like Inoue. I like his fight style. He needs to fight somebody. but I do like his fighting style. Crawford,
Yeah.
I would say he's a boxer puncher. That's my favorite style.
Crawford is a weenie
Word, that's fair.
Okay.
until
Oh,
otherwise.
well, okay, maybe, but as far as the fighting goes, the motherfucker can fight.
He can fight, but he's look
Listen,
this.
it's great to look good against
He was getting touched up by
C
Benicio,
minus
boy.
level fighters, man. Go ahead and get in there with an A fighter, man. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? We'll see if you look the same. Also, the
uh-huh.
two fighters that I would tell Dev to take your time with at 140 is Regis and Gary
Oh,
Antoine. The rest of them, I think he could pretty much do good work on. But them two,
Subra Matias
save them
too.
till you're real comfortable at 100. Oh, yeah, that's true. Him
Yeah,
too.
Subra
Yeah,
Matias.
save until you gotta, I mean, 3, 4, 5 fights in 140
how
to be
how how
comfortable.
would
You know?
Dev do against a Maidana?
I mean, it depends on how much power that particular Maidana is bringing. If you're gonna
Oh, he got a
compare,
lot of power. You saw Adrian Broner. One thing about AB, he had a chin.
no, I'm
He be,
saying, I'm saying.
uh-huh,
So it depends on the power that particular Maidana was bringing. If you're talking about Maidana,
uh-huh.
I think Devin Haney would beat him, but he probably wouldn't look as clean as Floyd. It'd be very close. It'd be like Floyd with Castillo.
That's
It
a
would
lot of
be
clinching.
it'd be a lot of holding, a lot of turning over the ropes.
Bro, he an awkward fighter that throws like 100 punches around. Like that's a tough fight for any defensive style fighter.
No,
Facts.
it's a tough fight for anybody.
Like,
I mean,
yeah, like
all of
even
them.
Floyd was getting touched up a little bit. He got the best defense we ever seen.
I mean, a good
That's a
example of
fact.
that is look at Chocolatito versus Estrada. Those are two dudes, pressure fighters, coming right at each other. Chocolatito more so, and Chocolatito fucked around and lost. It's the same as Chocolatito and Sarungbi side. Two dudes, pressure fighters that can punch, press them forward, and Chocolatito just lost the gun. I mean, yeah, Chocolatito just
Now,
lost the gunfight.
now,
Got himself knocked out.
you know who'd be a bad matchup for a Maidana? Bud Crawford.
Cool.
Or a tank.
Bud would knock out Maidana. All that
Counter
swinging
punching.
wild type of shit. Bud gonna time you and knock your ass out.
Yeah, probably. I mean, shit, Amir
Yeah.
Khan.
Bud will get caught with something too, though.
He will get caught with some shit, but eventually he's gonna time you and he's gonna knock you out.
That's
Although
true.
Bud is kind of chinny, so you never know. He might get caught by that overhand right he be throwing all the damn time
Mm-hmm.
that people can't see
That's what I'm
coming.
saying.
It's just Buzz Shin hasn't been exposed because he's never been in the ring with fighters that know how to follow up once they get you hurt. Like they can't, but like though Bud will get hit once and either hug and clinch, or the fighter will get super sloppy. Like look at Green Beans versus Virgil Ortiz Jr. Green Beans could have finished Virgil. He could have finished him, but he got him hurt, got him wobbled on the ropes, and he went buck wild in a flurry because he was so excited to get him hurt. He fucked up and let him off the hook.
Well, it wasn't just that. Like Virgil, once you hurt him, he still throws like hard ass punches. Like he got Green Beans to the body at one point when he had him hurt, and Green Beans backed off because that shit probably hurt like a motherfucker.
That's true, but I'm talking about when Green Beans had him on the ropes. Green Beans had a
Oh yeah,
flurry, missed a lot of punches, and allowed Virgil to grab him. If he had just taken that half step back like a Spence or a Charlo would do and land his punches clean from the outside, Virgil would have at least been knocked down. He would have been forced to take a knee. But again, Green Beans was some nigga who had never been in the ring with anybody
Bro,
really.
and you know what's so
Got
crazy?
exposed and got
I don't
exposed.
see how they say Boots is exposed when fucking Green Beans got off on Virgil like that.
And keep it, and Green Beans got dropped Crawford. Green Beans
nah.
literally dropped
See,
Crawford.
that's part of the reason they give Virgil so much credit for that is because Green Beans hurt Bud. So because Virgil he got hurt by Green Beans, it's not that a big of a deal. That's why.
Well, the reason why they let them both off the hook is because they got the knockouts. So my thing is, I can't stand that. I can't stand how you can look like shit, get dropped, but as long as you get the knockout, it's good. But if you straight 12-0, dude, that's a terrible performance. That doesn't
And
make it.
yeah,
Thank you.
and another comparison they're making is Virgil versus McKinson versus Boots versus Karen, and they're saying that both of them had fighters that were running from them, but
Terrible comp.
Virgil, yeah, Virgil was able to close the ring and Boots wasn't. But if you watch that McKinson fight, he wasn't really running. He was moving a little
Nah,
bit,
he
but he wasn't
wasn't.
running.
McKinson has two knockouts.
He was
Virgil
trying
had
to engage.
yeah, McKinson has two
Oh
fucking
shit!
knockouts. Virgil had nothing to be afraid of. Virgil was in there walking in. I mean, I'm not saying that Karen was some kind of fucking monster, but Karen has 20 some wins and 11 knockouts. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he got a little bit more
And
popularity.
and bro, I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I'm gonna always give the Ukrainian fighter a benefit of the doubt over a UK fighter. Because they're stylistically they tend to have more skills than British fighters.
And they
You
tend to
know,
be
like
harder to stop.
Yeah, they're tougher
Mhm.
too. Like exactly. They're well schooled. I guess you could say that shit.
Yeah, British
Like
fighters.
what's the UK style? What is that?
You fucking
Bro,
sneeze on a British fighter, they'll take a fucking knee just to wipe their
Yeah,
eyes.
a lot of them tend to be soft. I'm gonna be real. Like I mean, there's a few that are not soft, like Josh Taylor, and a couple
yeah.
others, but a lot of them are soft, bro. Dubois, Anthony Joshua,
Oh,
that Kelly, Pretty Boy
oh,
Kelly Boy, whatever his
oh,
name is,
shit.
Man.
Josh Kelly,
Alan
fucking
Smith.
yeah, Josh Kelly himself had already gotten exposed by Ray Robinson, someone that Terrence
Right.
Crawford refused to fight, and he got a,
Mm.
and I think in shit and he got a draw with somebody else. I think fucking in Green Beans got a draw with Ray Robinson. So Green Beans was already pre-exposed.
And Venetian beat Kelly.
I
So
haven't even knocked Kelly Smooth out. Yeah, so these dudes be fucking trash.
People just people just gotta realize that a lot of these rankings and stuff like that are bull. It's not like everybody fights for their positions in that, so it really don't mean nothing until you watch them in the ring. And the reality is that Chikatsian guy or whatever his
is a
name
lot better
was
than his
got
ranking.
in that ring. He showed he has some of the yeah. He showed he has some of the best legs in the welterweight division. Pause when I say that, and just in terms of his movement and stuff like that. But with that being said, I don't ever want to see him fight again because he was
Oh
doing
no,
way too
no,
much
I
moving
do.
and not too much engaging. So I'm
Yeah,
good.
I want to
I,
see him fight some other people, see how the fuck they do. Because if
right,
like I want to see him fight
exactly.
like Virgil or any of these other motherfuckers. Because if they don't knock him out either, oh, I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit. I'm
Well,
talking shit.
I hope he fights in them the same way he fought Boots and doesn't actually try to engage. Because if he tries to engage with Virgil and Virgil gets to stop him because he's not moving, then I'm not trying to hear all that. You know what I mean?
Real shit, real shit. That would be a setback. It wouldn't change my opinion on Boots, but it would be hard to talk about it because motherfuckers be like, see,
Well, I mean, Virgil
see.
might be better at closing the ring than Boots. Who knows? He might be not. But that doesn't necessarily make you a better fighter.
That's
You
true.
know?
Well, Virgil's not better at cutting off the ring than fucking
That's true.
Yeah.
Boots. Just McKinson
Bro,
again.
I don't know if anybody would have cut off that ring last night because when you got a highly skilled individual that doesn't want to get knocked out, they're not getting knocked out.
Yeah, when they
Like it's
when
one
they
thing to close the ring off with somebody who's actually trying to fight you back. Because look, I'm not a casual. Like you can outbox somebody and move around. I don't call that running. That's called boxing. But when you literally just moving around the ring and not trying to score any points, that's called running.
I just don't
You know?
like how
Yeah,
the expectation. I just don't like how people saying Boots is not it, but the expectations of him are higher than everyone else. Like no one talks shit about Spence after Spence got a split decision against Porter when fucking Brook and Thurman handled Porter better. Like no one
Actually,
talked.
bro.
No,
Yeah.
no, no one talked. No
right,
one talked any shit. No one talked any
D
shit
Hop,
about that.
right.
that's actually a compliment. When you have such high expectations and people already hating
Yeah,
on you and you haven't even won a real belt yet, that's actually a compliment
Yeah,
because that's
I
a
They
told.
sign.
I
telling
told
on
that.
themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I told that to someone. I said the reason why you have higher expectations of Boots than you have of someone like Crawford is because you think Boots is better. I told them that and they started cussing me out, calling me all kinds of names, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You have higher expectations of Boots because you think he's better than the people that you like. That's why you're not eager to make the fight. It's
yeah.
it's the,
Let's
it's
see. Let's see what happens when we actually have somebody in the ring with Boost that's like actually wants to win the damn fight.
because my thing
Like,
because my thing is why did Boots have to get a knockout to prove he saw? Karen had no success. Karen landed a few good hooks on the inside, which didn't budge Boots. It didn't even bruise his face. So I'm like,
oh,
what?
one thing I'm sure about him is the chin. I think he has a decent chin.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, is Karen some kind of mega puncher? No, he's got a knockout rate
No,
of about 50%. But let's see him in
yeah.
there with some other people then. But
Put
everyone
him
Vila,
else,
in with Via.
yeah, exactly. I agree. Personally, I think Rashidi should rematch that nigga and beat him. But
I
hell
do
no.
too.
Boots versus Vila. Fuck Rashidi. His ass can go back to Massachusetts.
oh damn, Rashidi can't get us out of redemption.
Rashidi won that fight, man. I'm sorry. I know.
He might have
You
won
know what
that
I'm
fight, but
saying?
fuck that nigga.
Oh damn,
No,
yeah,
I'm
like
just saying. Like I know a lot of people is like, yo, da 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 da. He looked bad, but he can't. 22-month layoff. Let's be real. I scored the fight about 8-4, 9-3. That last round, even though he got knocked down, I think that was more due to fatigue from having only one round in 22 months and him not being in there for a 12 rounder. And I just personally think he won the fight. I didn't think Vio looked that good. I think if Boots gets in there with Via, he'll stop him in like 4 rounds, bro.
and
I don't know if
also
y'all caught.
and
I don't know
also
if y'all
what
caught what Via said at the end of the fight,
what he say?
but he
He
said,
hit
"Do you
hard.
want a rematch?" He said, "I don't mind, but I want give me a Mexican warrior." Basically, he wants a
Oh,
nigga that's gonna come to hell. He not trying to chase around this dude for.
Well,
That's
Boots,
basically what he said, bro.
yeah,
So
Boots.
like, okay, since you think that African American fighters are a pussy, that's because that's what he's implying. Why don't you get in there with Boots?
I don't think that his team. I don't think that his team is that stupid. But I hope they take the bait. But another thing people got to remember: Rashidi weighed in at welterweight. He weighed in at 153 his last welterweight fight. So
Mm,
he hadn't been below the welterweight limit in years. And his last fight was at 153.
mm,
This is the first time he actually came down and made welterweight. So of course the power that he displayed was much different. He was fighting as a
yeah.
super middleweight at welterweight.
if
Now that he had
I
to
don't know if yeah, I don't know if y'all watched Rashidi's fight with Rocha, another similar style fighter, but y'all should have seen red flags with that fight.
Hmm.
Well, no, he was. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was, he was getting hit, but he was, the defense was more effective. He was faster. His gas tank was definitely better because he was used to making welterweight, and he landed more clean
Yep.
and effective shots. So I
Well,
didn't.
maybe it's because Villa hits a lot harder than Rocha, even though Rocha hits pretty hard too.
Yeah, but look at Rocha. Rocha looked suspect his last fight. He was in there. Shit. I mean, he won it. Don't get it twisted, but he was in there looking sus.
No, that's
Come
probably Buzz' next opponent.
on. Yeah, I would.
Bud's next opponent is Blair Cobbs, bro.
Oh my
Just watch.
God, I
I
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Bud's not fighting anybody. Bud, like, that's why people talk about Boots' resume, but then they suck Bud dick. I'm like, again, what fight has Bud given you where you've been able to pick the other person? You've been able to be like, oh, you know what, this is gonna be a hard fight for Bud. Not nobody.
Man, his pops made a mistake signing his son to Cameron Duncan. This is why it's important to have a father like Devin Haney's dad who knows the business.
Yeah, that was some dumb shit. I don't. They sued this motherfucker and then they signed back with that. Shit was amazing to me. I had no idea.
That
That's
and
fucking
that,
ridiculous.
but even with that shit, Devin still had to go through some bullshit because the only reason he got an opportunity with Cambosis is because fucking Russia decided to invade Ukraine.
But also people pressured Haney. That's what I'm saying. The fans pressured Haney. People don't like Haney, so they wanted to see Haney get screwed. So what did the fans say? The fans say, leave Eddie Hearn, go to Top Rank, go to Australia, bow down, do whatever Cambosa says, because they just wanted to sun him. They just wanted him in a position where he was
They
inferior
were
and had
asking for Cambosis to fight Loma, right? The
that's true.
fans.
They were asking, but they wanted to be in a position. Yeah, they wanted to be in a position where Devin Haney was inferior and bowing down. And you know what? Devin Haney did everything that they asked, and he won not once but twice. And people still shit on him. That's why his father is getting emotional and spazzing out and lashing out at people because I feel bad too. It's not fair. It's not fair. But anyway,
But y'all, I gotta get up out of here, man.
all right, for sure.
All right,
All
bro.
right, I'm
Thanks for
hollering at
having
you.
me on.
Yeah, no worries.